I have a right of privacy.
Since when? This is America.
What? No, it's not. It's a fascist country.
I know. Don't you like fascists?
What the fuck up, Phil?
You're not a fan?
You're real trying to piss me off, aren't you?
I don't really have to try, That's how it is with most people. That's how most people feel, at least.
And most people are not going to be able to afford things.
Because of how much I pissed them off.
They're gonna punch. Have you got? When's the last time you got punched in the face?
I think 2-3 years ago at a concert. It
Who did it?
was a random guy. I saw him. He was throwing girls down. So I started punching him in the face, and then his two friends punched me. So then I poked his eye out, and they had to separate us.
I don't think you poked his eye out.
I mean, it didn't pop out like a cartoon, but he was crying. You got to do the old Three Stooges once in a while. Not to you, because you got glasses like a nerd.
You have. I don't know. You have no thoughts, do you?
No thoughts?
Thoughts.
Faults?
Yeah.
I am a walking fault. What do you mean?
You just call me four eyes so I can fucking see?
Yeah. A real man just stays blind.
How would you know what it was like to? Fucking, I can't deal with
I'm not a real man. That's why I got to stab. If I want to die a real man, I got to dagger my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to get wild, Ross?
Not really.
Ready to get wild? This is Wild Phil with Wild Phil's Osophy.
The most stupidest name in the face of the earth.
That's right. You heard it here from Ross. You guys got this? We're going to start all the way from... So the way I start this off is I talk about, is there any wild shit that's happened to you in the past 2 weeks? Nothing. There's nothing wild that happened.
I've been here.
You've been here. How'd you fuck up your knee? You said you got a torn clitoris or whatever.
My mystics. Wear and tear.
On the clitoris.
No, I'm not.
So what happened?
Wear and tear.
From what though?
Working in retail.
What did you do that when did you feel it worst?
The last couple of weeks. When you actually work hard, shit happens. Not saying, oh, I'm tired. Hello, so many buddies.
Some people are tired though.
Like Chris Figueroa.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
All right, Ross. We should just get right into it. When did I first meet you? This is my friend Ross. We don't have to use your last name because I don't think you want us to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when did we first meet?
2009.
2009. You remember the date?
No.
Why'd you say that?
That's a year. I don't remember what. I think it was February 20th, 2009.
Okay. All right. So we were both applying at Jewel. Tell me how you met me. What you remember from that day?
I don't remember that much anymore.
You tell it great. You told me I was sick.
For somebody who says they have bad memory, your memory is fine.
This isn't a roast, Ross. Roast is after, okay?
It's pretty much, yeah. He was sitting at some fucking computer, and this asshole was sitting next to me, all fucking sick. His nose is all running, and he with 102 temperature. He said, "I don't know if that was true or not." And I said to myself, "That's pretty badass that he showed up." Mind you, I was 24 years old. Now, at almost 40, I would probably say, "You're a fucking dumbass."
Yeah, because you got grouchier.
No, I got wiser. Call if your health is more important than a stupid job, especially a job that meaningless job like Jewel.
Well, you're the guy who tore his clitoris, though.
You know, you got to stop saying that.
You just said your health is more important than a job.
Right, but I can do my job hurt.
You just hop on one leg.
No, I'm just going to be... well, I already had arthritis for fucking 4 years already. You know,
Is he Greek?
You have any idea what it's like to be in pain like 24/7?
Yeah, I'm married.
That doesn't count. Mm-hmm. Well, when you have arthritis in your foot, every time you walk and put your foot down, it feels like you're stepping on glass. You have any idea how bad that hurt?
Yeah, it sounds pretty metal to me.
Yeah, I guess it was.
It's pretty fucking metal.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to walk on some glass after this?
Are you gonna pay for my doctor's bill?
Yeah, but I'm gonna get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Get my fist in there.
You have no. Your jokes are so stupid.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. That's why do you think I'm doing a podcast with 80 views?
Because you got nothing else going on.
I know. Yeah.
I'm here from South Carolina. Every time for the last, how many times have we tried to do this now?
I don't know.
But it's been like every time. I think the last year now I've been wanting to do this, and something always comes up. And I've been here for 3 weeks. So I'm going back to South Carolina on Thursday. So yeah, I have to say I'm not a fan of South Carolina.
Not a fan. Okay, but let's focus on. So I met you at Jewel, and then what happened? Tell me. I came in with a 102.
I did remember, very much, meeting you and how we were and everything else. But everything else is kind of, I'm not even kidding, I remember when we went to a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Why
did we become friends?
I don't know. I think we had
No, I'm not asking why did you become friends with me. I'm asking why did we become friends. I know you're like, why the fuck did I become friends with this guy?
I'm being serious. I don't remember how. I don't remember.
We didn't jerk each other off in the bathroom?
I don't. I wouldn't do that even if I didn't meet you.
But you said you don't remember, so maybe we did.
I can't deal with this shit right now.
You can't deal with this shit?
No.
Why?
Because I don't find you funny.
A lot of people don't, man. That's the way it is.
Because you think going on talking about jerking off people, that's what childs do.
Children talk about jerking off? What are you watching online?
What are you watching?
Jeez.
What have you been watching? How much gay porn do you watch?
Gay porn is better than children jerking off.
You can twist my words all you want.
You just said children talk about jerking off.
I'm calling you a child, which you are a man-child.
I know, but children don't talk about that stuff. What are you, Michael Jackson?
What did you talk about when you were a kid?
I talked about God and Jesus and how I don't want to sin.
God can suck my big old dick.
I don't know, man.
Jesus can take it up the ass too.
We'll see. The Catholic Church is into children jerking off.
I was.
They're in the church. They're in there. So
fucking.
So assholes. I'm being a good Catholic by talking about.
Go ahead, be brainwashed.
That's why I'm talking about us jerking off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we met at Jewel. What made you want to work at Jewel?
I got laid off from my last job,
which was what?
Cheeseburger in Paradise in Des Plaines.
Were you jerking off into the burgers? What'd you get fired for?
I didn't get fired. I got laid off.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Lack of business. Do you understand the difference between getting fired and not getting laid off?
Yeah. What's
the difference?
One of them you go home crying, and the other one you go home crying and jerking off.
No, you did something wrong. The other one you didn't do anything wrong. The company was cutting back.
I remember what you told me back then. What it was for?
What?
Because you got replaced by a Hispanic person.
I'm not. Cut it off.
That's what you told me.
Cut it off, Phil. I'm not doing this. You're not gonna make me look racist.
But that's what you told me.
No, I'm being serious right now.
Okay.
You're not gonna do this like you did last time.
What did I do?
You completely made me racist, and I'm warning you. Last time, do not go there.
Do not. Oh, all right. But did you tell me that?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're making me mad. Seriously.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't find that funny.
I don't find it funny either. We're telling a story here.
That's not a story to making me look bad.
I'm not going to make you look bad, dude.
Well, you did before. This is kind of how offensive it is, isn't it?
How offensive it is. You're back to being happy, you psychopath.
I'm kind of an emotional dude.
Me too.
Why do you think? Why do you think I take so many fucking medications? My mood goes up and down.
Listen. I just like to tell the truth.
But I don't want to talk about racism. That's not a good thing.
It isn't racism.
I was ignorant back then, and no, I didn't.
All right. So now you're owning up. And
I
I'm
didn't
proud of
lose
you.
my job because of that. I lost my job because they couldn't afford me anymore. And
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You get it. I'm happy for you because I'm
back
still.
then, was I angry? Yes, I was so pissed off that they fired me twice in a year and a half for doing absolutely nothing.
Well, if you were doing nothing, that's why they fired you.
That's not what you know what I mean.
All right. So I'm glad that you owned up to it because you said you used to be ignorant, and me, I'm still ignorant.
Yep, you
Yep.
are.
So that's why I'm
Well,
happy
why
for
you think every other word you piss me off?
Because that's what best friends do, man.
Yes,
You know?
I'm serious. This is how it is. You know, he doesn't. How much I love this dude. Nobody outside my family pisses me off as fast as he does.
You know what it is, Ross? You know I piss people off because I like calling people out. I like being real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People can change. You don't that's why I don't believe in hypocrisy. I don't believe in that shit.
Oh, I absolutely. Well, you know what? I absolutely do. I don't agree with that because if certain people can change, they would not be doing the same shit over and over.
Well, that's because they're choosing not to change. That's why I still haven't chopped my dick off.
You can't please people that.
I can't please people then?
Yeah.
You mean I don't please them with my beautiful eyes?
No, because nothing is attractive about you.
Oh, come on. So what about, don't I please people who are pretty then? Because they're like, man, look at that ugly bastard. I'm glad
Probably.
I'm not like that. There's always a way.
Yep.
There's always a way.
So that's jump ahead and talk about the first show we went to.
What? I don't remember.
People-
I thought you didn't remember.
I will love a how do you say it?
Oh, P-Lander Z?
Yeah, I will.
You want to talk about that?
Well, you probably remember that show a lot more than I do.
You want me to tell it?
Not 100%.
Not 100%? Why? Why? What are you hiding, bro?
That is one of the lowest. Because that ignorant move by RJ. I mean, Ross. Sorry.
Another ignorant move. What are you referring to, Ross?
That's something thing in the subway.
Oh, the subway?
Yeah, we're not going there again.
Oh, I'm gonna go all the way.
Please, you already talked about that.
We talked about what?
Phil, seriously, I like to know. What you talking to? Nick? Is that who I said?
Nick?
Who was at the show? It was Robert.
Robert, Jerry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when Jerry first met me. He thought I was a fucking asshole.
He thought you were an asshole. You know why?
No, I don't remember.
Because you immediately thought he was gay and closeted, and you were like pushing him to get out of the closet.
I'm so sorry, Jerry. I was. You have every right to be angry.
That's why. That's literally why. Like I'm not even okay. Before we get to P-Lander Z, I want to say, like, I worked at Jewel with you.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, like, okay. We became friends because I graduated college and I couldn't find a job anywhere. So I applied everywhere I could, but then I worked at Jewel, and I felt like everybody who works at Jewel is either, like, really old or they were, like, bratty kids from Park Ridge.
Okay.
And I was talking to you because I felt like everybody, like anybody who had a disability at Jewel, they kind of just like treated like a puppy dog. Like, oh hey, how's it going? And they pet you on the head. But I actually treated you like a human.
Nobody ever treated me like that.
Nobody treated you like that?
No.
Not even me?
Well, when you actually look at me, or actually get to interact with me, most people don't realize I have a disability.
Okay.
It's kind of how it is.
But I feel like when you go to Jewel, you're
Yeah.
I think every worker there seems like they have a disability, including me working there.
Well, it's the correct way to say it. Low scale people.
Low scale,
Scale.
low skill.
Yes, not a lot of scale.
We're not talking about black people now, Ross.
No, I'm not going there. I'm just saying, general people who work at Jewel doesn't have anything else to do, so they
Okay.
what would you do right now? If you were security guard, right?
If I was a security guard,
What do you do as a job again?
I work at a carpet shop.
If you absolutely didn't have any option, Kelly needed supported money.
Yeah.
Would you go back to Jewel?
No, I'd
You
go
want to
on,
be unemployed.
No, I'd go on OnlyFans.
I don't think that you'll get a lot of views. You gotta have a niche.
I got it right here in between my legs.
You gotta have a niche. I have a niche down there.
Well,
He knows what I'm talking about, but that's a little private.
you brought it up, so we're going into it now. Anyways, so I'm saying I worked at Jewel, and I didn't like it there because there's a lot of bratty kids, and I felt like people didn't treat you seriously. And then I found out you liked metal. You know?
Yeah.
Do you remember when that chick got mad at you at Ian's house?
I'm not really trying to say.
Actually, you know what? Can I ask you? So what is your disability?
I've been diagnosed different things over a year. Right now, my diagnosis is autism, anxiety, panic disorder, and
But what is the disability that like qualifies to work at Jewel?
by law they can't say no to you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is the disability that got you to work at Jewel?
Again, I was unemployed.
It wasn't anxiety.
They didn't even know I had a disability.
Oh, okay.
They can't. Employees can't ask you that.
Okay. So you said, but you got diagnosed several times. What was like the first diagnosis? The reason why I ask is because you told me one time it was like just a learning disability.
Oh, that's a learning disability. No, I also because I'm high functioning. And
High functioning learning disability?
No, I'm just saying in general, it's hard to diagnose where there's so many. I don't know.
But it wasn't Down syndrome.
Do I look like I have fucking Down syndrome to you?
Irish people look like they have Down
Do
syndrome.
you know what Down syndrome look like?
Yeah.
Do I look like Megan? It's me, Megan.
Are you mocking people with Down syndrome now?
I'm mocking Megan because he used to crack me up.
Why?
Because he hated pet names.
I love disability on disability crime. That's awesome.
It's kind of because you're with disability and you kind of.
So you have your favorites.
I didn't. She didn't bug me, and I have to say, a lot of people with disabilities do. You know, I don't have.
She had a fat ass though. She had a thick ass.
It was nothing like that. Oh man, you give me a contact high.
From thinking about Megan's ass.
No,
right?
from that fucking cigar.
Oh, all right. That's how I get when I think of Megan's ass. But, anyways, I mean, no. See, what if you did like? You're saying that because of the way Megan looks. I'm saying, what if she was naked but you didn't see her face? She had a thick ass.
Absolutely not.
No. So can I ask you? Because you're laughing at Megan. Is there a hierarchy of the people with disabilities there that you didn't
have
like?
a disability yourself.
I do.
And you're acting like you're above me right now.
I'm not acting like I'm above you.
No. I'm not attracted to people like that.
People like what?
I'm not gonna say it because again, you're.
God, like what? Spit it out. Like the
No.
kitty song.
I don't like people with disability. I'm very with those kind of disabilities.
What kind?
I don't have patience for people with Down syndrome, autism, severe learning disability.
Okay.
People like that. It's there's nothing wrong with them, and I don't think I'm bad at them. It just takes a lot of patience.
Okay. But I'm saying like when you went to the doctor, they said you didn't have any of that, right?
Back then, I did. I just don't know what my diagnosis was back then.
So you didn't know.
Yes.
What did they tell your parents?
My parents didn't tell me much.
Oh, okay. Were they like the family in the Goonies? They just kept you in the basement in a cage?
No. Oh, you're so fucking stupid.
All right, say hey you guys, and I'll
Hey, you guys!
All right. Anyways, I'm not I'm not talking down to you. I'm saying you get that, right?
Yeah.
We're just talking about our origin story and that we were from Jewel. And you know I would never fucking talk down about you.
Yeah.
But so what do you remember any fucking so you said you don't have patience for people who else what other disabilities do people have there?
I don't know.
Like I had epilepsy.
Schizophrenia?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you talking about Bill?
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
He looked like a live action SpongeBob to me.
Joe Spanos was a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
To those dudes.
To what? Towards dudes?
Yes.
What did he do?
He was just like, had too many buddies.
You can't. That qualifies you as a pedophile.
He did it. He used to say hi.
That means every single person in Schaumburg.
He was
is a
talking
pedophile.
about teenager dudes.
It's talking about teenager dudes.
Yes.
I don't think Joe Spanos even knows what sex is. I don't think he can get a boner.
I think he's too fat.
Maybe that's why. Because it's got to like prop up the fupa, you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying that's probably why. So I don't think he's capable of being a pedophile.
I think I have like I'm on the spectrum. Meaning I have a very I have very middle autistic traits where I think he has severe traits of.
So what do you think my biggest disability is? Being an asshole?
Yeah.
Do you think I can qualify for benefits with that disability?
Probably not.
God damn it.
They're trying to cut Social Security.
Bernie, 2016. Us assholes are waiting for our disability check.
So you don't want anybody to have Social Security?
Yeah.
So you realize that Republicans are trying to get rid of.
I don't know. I don't follow politics.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than like, yeah, I don't follow it.
Forget it.
So do you remember any crazy shit that happened at Jewel while we were working there?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. So you want to talk about P-Lander Z? We went to go see.
I mean, kind of serious. It's just like I don't know if that's kind of how my brain works. Even if like, even if something real bad happened and I forget. I just nothing was too exciting. So, but I think I just why am I gonna remember something? It's nothing too exciting what's going on.
Yeah.
Who wants to remember a shitty job at Jewel?
Dude, but here's what I want to say, because you said that people didn't even realize that like you had a disability, or you feel like I'm talking down to you. I feel like a lot of people at Jewel treated you like a child because they knew you had a disability. And that's why I'm saying that's why I became friends with you, because we started talking about metal
Like
bands.
who?
I just you know what? Maybe it was just Park Ridge people. They're fake as fuck. They're all a bunch of clones of Hillary Clinton. You know?
No, I disagree.
That's because you're from Park Ridge.
I think the majority of people don't like Hillary Clinton.
In Park Ridge?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
I got that every fucking day when something happened. You
do realize the majority of people in Park Ridge are Republican, right?
No.
Yes.
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Yes.
I don't.
I'm telling you that is a fact.
So okay, so let's talk about P-Lander Z. For anybody who doesn't know, P-Lander Z is.
How do you even describe that bad?
how do I describe them? They have music that sounds like the Casualties, like really hardcore punk, but they dress up like Power Rangers and they don't take themselves seriously. They do a lot of nutty shit on stage. I mean, remember what they did at the show where one of them dressed up as a bowling ball and then everybody in the crowd dressed up as bowling pins and they threw the singer out into the crowd?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a really goofy band. They even dress up like the Megazords from Power Rangers, you know? And they go fight in the crowd, which is fun as fuck. So what were you gonna say about it though? We went with Carlos. Did we go with Stubbs?
Yes.
We went with Stubbs.
Yes.
Stubbs is our friend at Jewel.
Old friend.
Old friend, yeah. Well, I never really considered I don't become friends with missing digits.
Then why did you want? So that's it. So what did you see in Brad?
A really ugly face. That's for sure. No, I just listen. I was out of college and I was looking for any friends. I got kicked out of high school, so I didn't have any friends. Like nobody stuck with me.
But Brad is a complete absent of you.
Well, at the time he was working at Jewel. He was the same thing as us. Here's the thing.
He still had that attitude that he was better than everybody.
Exactly. That's Stubbs. Stubbs is the same level as us, but he just thinks he's that higher.
Oh no.
And you know what that's called? That's called cocaine.
He grew up in Lake Bluff before his dad died, which he got everything he ever wanted. When he died, that's just the only time I'm ever going to defend this.
He got everything he ever wanted because his dad died?
When his dad was alive, he was a spoiled brat, you know?
Yeah, but then didn't he get a huge inheritance then?
I don't think he did.
Oh.
And then his dad died. Then he had to deal with his mom, was kind of borderline crazy.
Because he was like, no son of mine will work at Jewel.
Exactly what he probably.
That's how he.
He apparently died from a heart attack because he eats a lot of red meat. So does Brad. So, you know.
Like my cock. I got one of those Red Rockets.
He'll probably love you, cock.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I got one of those German Shepherd Red Rockets. You know. You want to hump a tree when there's some lubed up moss on the side.
I don't know how to respond to that. That's all right. Continue.
Well, no. So by the way, Stubbs. Let's describe Brad. How do you describe Brad? I mean, Brad was a spoiled white kid. I don't know what he had the teeth of Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. You know, like where you could see you could see a little bit of his gums.
He also thought he was a ladies' man, which he was a complete.
Yeah.
He lied about that.
And the reason why I keep calling him Stubbs isn't because he's a successful barbecue sauce salesman, but because his fingers didn't grow past like the
Deformity.
Yeah, like where your nails form, his fingers didn't grow there. So I'd always ask him stuff like, you know, because he was a coked out douchebag and thought he was.
Did I not aware of that? Did he do that around me?
What?
Coke? Was I not aware of that?
You told me he did coke in front of you.
I saw him do Xanax. That's about it.
No. You know what happened is my brother's friend was at a party with him, and he's the one who brought the coke.
Okay.
I don't know how he chopped it up with those stubs. Must have looked like he was playing with his Hot Wheels.
Because even PJ, I can't. I don't want to continue that. Forget about what I was about to say. But so most people never wanted to do those kind of drugs around me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a joke that like I'm so white that when I saw Scarface, I never wanted to do coke. Most people see Scarface. Mm-hmm. They get the posters, they get the underwear, the thong, the. Mm-hmm. So, but
except for TJ, I saw him do coke a couple of times.
Oh, you mean TC?
TC, yes.
Oh, he always did coke.
That was actually. You
know what? He had like butthead teeth too.
That was the first time I've ever. Hold on. That was the very first time I've ever seen anybody do cocaine, and this motherfucker did it right in front of me. And he asked me, "Do you want to join in?" And I said, "I can't. If I take that shit, I'll overdose because I take medication."
So then you chop up your medication and snort it?
Oh, come on, Phil.
Off of TC's ass?
Oh, I could probably do that, but
I wonder if everybody who does coke has British teeth.
Do you know what coke does? Coke does to you?
Yeah.
It makes you manic, right?
It makes you make horrendous music like hair metal.
I'm trying to say. You know how you're up, but you're going crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's why Polish people don't need coke. We're born manic.
Well, I'm not Polish. I'm bipolar. That's why.
Bipolish.
I'm manic. When I get manic, that's how I am, naturally. So why I want to add something like that? Plus, I'm not on medication. It's just, and I can tell you.
What if it's out of a hot chick's ass?
No, I'm being serious.
I'm being serious too.
I'm trying to being manic and being like that all the time. It's not fun. I don't know why people would like it. I don't get it. I hate
because they have low self-esteem. People who don't have confidence, it brings their confidence up. Who
really?
do coke? Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah,
don't-
that's why when you quit coke, you're depressed as hell. You turn into
I
like
do understand that because when I'm manic, I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
It's the symptom.
That's why Brad's dad probably dying brought his confidence down. And instead of listening to Blink 182 and wearing eyeshadow, he started doing coke. And then his eyes turned into eyeshadow.
Actually, he was in the grunge.
I remember his favorite band was Pearl Jam.
You know, which I took him to Pearl Jam Live.
Yeah.
And of course, him and Rick was all picking on me and all of that. It was like a 2-hour rain delay.
Rick was picking on you?
Oh, they always did. Well, Rick was not as bad, but I don't remember what happened that night. They couldn't get a ride back to because the show ended like at 3 a.m, and they couldn't find a bus or anything. For a little bit, we were on what those things called where those people push you. They're walking and they push you.
Democratic rally?
No, I'm talking about the
Black
whole,
Lives Matter?
No, come on, Phil. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Things that people put the riot
No,
squad
I don't.
shield, the riot shield.
Okay, we had a person push us.
That's what I'm talking about, the riot shield,
No,
right?
It's a way of transition.
Oh, transportation.
It's a person that holds something and he walks.
Yeah,
over.
it's like those Chinese people with the carriage.
Yeah, something like that. We got
A
one of-
rickshaw?
Yes. We had a person do that halfway, and then the other halfway we walked to the L. That's from Wigan Field to the Blue Line. How far you think that is?
I don't know.
You never been? I took you to a Cubs game. That's the day you got caught at Lollapalooza.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I got caught at Lollapalooza every year.
Really? How many times did you go?
I mean, every year that wall comes down and you try to break in.
You didn't. You guys didn't do it all. You guys hop a fence.
Yeah.
It was right up front of a fucking security guard. By the way,
Yeah.
that was stupid.
It's the same thing as Black Lives Matter, you know?
Why do you gotta? But anyhow, yeah.
We were doing spoiled white kids from the suburbs matter. God.
You got me to fucking laugh.
Or kids who are missing fingers matter.
I never gonna like that guy again. Absolutely.
What did he do to you? You told me he did coke and he like cheated on his wife in front of you.
No, that's what I thought he would. I thought he would 100% cheat on her, and I'm
Didn't he have a mail order bride?
no. I don't know what you're talking about.
like she barely spoke English.
No, she was born in America.
Oh, okay.
Her parents are Hmong. I fucking Hmong.
They were hung?
Hmong.
Like from the gallows?
No, that's Chinese. They live in the hills.
Okay.
It's kind of like gypsies, but the Chinese
Oh, Mongols.
yeah. No, not Mongols. That Mongol. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm not trying to be
You ever see
I am trying to understand. I'm not trying to fuck with you.
do you like Clint Eastwood?
Do I like him?
Have you ever seen his movie?
Yeah. Gran
But-
Torino.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
those people. Those are Hongs or Hmong. Okay.
Hunga Munga.
Yeah,
Chunga Wunga.
that's one of the. Yeah.
Shout
And
out to
she
the
was actually in that movie.
Shout out to the Hunga Mungas.
She was actually in that movie.
She was?
Yes.
Which one was she?
She was Stannon, extra.
Oh, Stan. Okay. So, I mean, they got a million extras to pick from. You know what I mean?
I never understand why anybody
With
want
that
to do that.
population.
I don't know why anybody want to do it. Be
And they all look the same.
I'm not gonna. You said it, not me.
I could. I'm only laughing this hard because I could see you holding in your laugh. That's why I like you, Ross, because you don't play the game of the regular average person trying to be with their pinkies up, all proper and shit. Okay, but did you put that one in your asshole, or was it the right hand?
From in or from out?
I don't know. So we went to. So speaking of hung among us, we went to Pilander Z. They're a little bit south from Japan, and That's gonna be the new slur. I'm gonna get canceled for saying hungamungas. Because I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
When Wasco, right? We have a speech impediment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do have a speech impediment. I can't pronounce shit.
No, yeah, but I don't even know. Like, never mind, dude. Never mind.
I will do, guys. I do have a speech impediment.
This is gonna be the episode that I laugh the most on. To be honest, like it's gonna be amazing.
I've tried it. I've seen a couple of you, but I cannot finish because it's kind of long, and I have a attention span.
Yeah.
Bad attention span.
Yeah.
But
So we went to Pilanderzi, and it's a Japanese punk band that dresses up like Power Rangers and Megazords. We went with Stubbs. We went with Carlos.
I thought Nick was there.
Nick?
We saw them twice together.
Okay. I don't remember Nick as in Big Nick.
Yes.
Maybe he was. I don't know. I remember seeing the pictures, and I know my brother was there for sure. Was White Boy there?
I can't remember who White Boy is.
Carlos's wigger friend?
I can't. I don't. Is that the person who that those two girls pretend to hook up at?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you want to know what happened? I want to tell you real quick a crazy fucking story.
Okay.
Can I tell you?
Okay.
Story time with Phil?
Okay.
With his dick out? With his Red Rocket German Shepherd? Okay. I swear to God, you won't believe what happened to him. I know you remember him. You know why?
I do.
Because here's what happened. We went to Carlos's one day. That piece of shit. You came in, and I think you were, I don't know whether drunk or your medication was affecting, but you were kind of like catatonic. You know what that means? Where you're just kind of like staring in one place.
Probably drunk.
Yeah, you were drunk. You drank a lot more then, and he thought you were staring at you were staring at him, and he fucking punched you. You remember this?
No, I was blacked out.
Yeah, he punched you, and I wanted to fucking fight him. And that guy was just always an asshole. That guy was always an asshole. He was such an asshole, bro. You know how guys have a type? Like, what's your type of girl? And don't say with a huge cock.
I like all girls.
All girls.
I like pretty much
What if she's 90?
goth girls. I like metal girls.
What if she's 90?
No, you asked me what kind of girls. I kind of like go a ton of it. Is that what it is? A ton looking piercings, tattoos. Those are the
So like a metal looking chick.
I like to say a ton of it.
Alternative.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What age group? 10 years old?
I'll say 55 to 21. Dude, I'm
55-year-old goth girl?
I'm almost 40, bro. That's
Who's goth in their 50s besides who's a goth girl in their 50s besides Robert Smith?
who how long has goth music been around? How old are the years?
Yeah, all right. I stand corrected. Touche.
Yes.
But okay, because this guy was such a douchebag that his type was your girlfriend. That's what he would do. Whoever you were going out with, he was trying to mess around with her.
No shit.
Yeah. And from what I remember, I think he messed around with Carlos's wife. That's why they broke up. And he messed around with my girlfriend. He cheated with my
Kathleen?
Caitlin.
I don't
It was you didn't know me back then. But it was the girl before Kathleen. Well, you want to know what happened to him recently? Talk about fucking karma. Okay, get this. Cuz you know that he used to I can't believe he didn't die from AIDS. He was such a man whore with like North Lake and Melrose Park slags that here's what happened.
What?
He took so many pills. You know how they say if you smoke too much weed or take too many pills, it opens up a disorder that you have? You ever hear about that?
No, actually.
Like if you have genetics, if you have schizophrenia in your family, but you haven't gotten it, if you take edibles, that might open that door.
Mm-hmm.
So he took so many pills that he became schizophrenic, and he started like doing shit.
Do you know is it auto or visual or?
I don't know.
Schizophrenic. I mean, schizoaffected, meaning that he feels stuff is not there.
I don't know because this is all I heard from Carlos. But he told me he would like run down the street naked.
If he were
disability on disability crime, fuck yeah.
You know, I have to say, if this motherfucker was that
Yeah.
punched me in the face.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just busting your
How
balls.
come you never told me?
Because I thought you would know if somebody punched you in the face.
Well, I was that blacked out.
I, you're that much in blackface.
Yeah. No,
No.
fuck you. Blacked out.
So anyway,
as I'm drinking a Four Loko.
yeah. That's why I love you, man. You cheer me up every time. This is what I need right before the holidays.
Well, eventually I am moving back here, man.
Fuck yeah.
And we're gonna have
Like for anybody watching it, you're my longest friend. You're my longest fucking friend.
16 years in February,
16
bro.
fucking years, bro.
Yeah.
And we only had one falling out. We'll get into that later. But
I think it was meant to be.
But let me tell you something. So you want to know what happened to fucking white boy? So he starts running around naked, and he actually, like, you can look up the article. He ran naked and then beat the shit out of a stop sign with a bat. So Carlos doesn't see him for a long time, and his white boy's dad was the coolest dad. Just an old school Italian guy. I felt so bad for him because his dad had his own plumbing company and carpentry company, and he was really nice. You know that when I sold weed for 12 years?
I didn't know you did that.
You didn't know I sold weed for 12? How do you think I afford this house?
Working your ass off?
Selling weed. Fuck yeah.
No,
Fuck that boomer quote, hard work pays off. You should see what selling drugs does, man.
I still have that's the way I was taught.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking around. But no, yeah. So his dad got prostate cancer, so he used to buy weed for me. And you know that joke about how, like, drug dealers always want to hang out with you for forever? Like, they won't leave you alone?
No,
there's that joke. Mm-hmm. His dad wouldn't stop hanging out with me. He would, like, cry and say, "I wish you were my son." Like,
he may be a piece of shit, but that's real kind of mean to a dad to say that
about their son.
Yeah,
because his son put him through all this shit.
So my dad and I,
But let me finish what happened.
Okay,
let me finish. So I used to sell it. So he had prostate cancer. Then he got it taken out. He got his prostate taken out, and he had to, like, have a piss.
I didn't know you could take it out.
I that's what I got told. I don't know. And he had, like, a piss bag. It looks like a Minute Maid apple juice.
Oh, I know what that. A catheter.
Yeah, and so he and the cancer came back in his kidneys.
Sorry to hear that.
And it was like 2 weeks ago, right? So his dad.
You know what stage?
I don't know. I think 3.
That's not good.
So yeah. So he's in rehab right now, and Carlos went to go visit David, white boy. He said it was unbelievable. It was worse than Ian's house. It was like hoarders.
Wait. Ian, I have never had an issue with.
Yeah.
I know Ian had his several problems.
Yeah.
But I would never thought I would see a more shitty house in
your life.
Not unkept house. I'm trying to say I would never guess that it'd be something worse than Ian's.
Yeah. He should have been on hoarders.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how white boy's room was. He had a desk covered in cigarette butts. Carlos told me he didn't fucking shower in like 3 months. He smelled like old cum, like when dudes jag off and they don't clean up. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Careful, Phil.
I'm getting excited. Anyways, so he, so his dad is like, I can't give this house to this fucking degenerate. He's gonna ruin it. So he signs it over to his brother. You know what white boy does?
What?
He burned the house to the ground. He's in prison right now.
For how long?
They don't know. It's going to trial. That happened last week.
So here's the thing. Do you think he knows right from wrong?
I don't think he ever knew right from wrong.
Well,
I don't think
I'm
he gave
just
a
saying
fuck.
with his disability. I mean, what?
I don't even know if it's a disability. I think he's just full of himself. That's the thing. I don't think he ever got diagnosed.
So, if you,
I think it's a pill head.
How smart is he?
How smart is he?
Yes. Is he manipulating?
How smart is he? They wouldn't hire him at Jewel. That's how smart he is.
Then the judge would see right through him. Then.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If he's manipulating, charming,
Yeah, he is manipulative.
then
That's what it is.
He could get a
I think
he
like
could get he can get a doctor to assess him, evaluate him, and they can maybe even the doctor's gonna say, he's a danger to himself, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He might not go home, but he might go to institute.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yes.
And I'm gonna visit him, and I'm gonna hold him down, and you're gonna punch him in the face.
I prefer,
Karma, bitch.
I prefer not to. I don't like violence.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just checking that it's recording. Okay. But anyways, so you want to tell me what happened with those two girls and White Boy? Remember what happened there?
They were pretending to eat one out, and I thought it was.
What'd you do? You paid them $40.
Sorry, but it was fake.
It was fake.
Yes,
How do you know it was fake?
somebody told me it was fake. I think it might have been.
It was his girlfriend eating out the other girl.
Yeah, and I think it was Carl was saying they were faking it.
Did they have the lights on?
Off.
Oh, what the fuck? Of course that's bullshit.
Yeah. When I come to think,
You got ripped off.
Yeah. Well,
You didn't get to have the-
I did all this when I was in my.
Would they at least let you wear night vision like Buffalo Bill?
And they made us step away from the bed.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. Again, stupid stuff.
I would have been so mad. I would have plowed him right there.
I don't know. Things I wish I know that now is what I knew when I was 20, in my
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah. Did you find any of them hot?
I don't really remember what they look like.
Yeah.
I think I felt
Through the dark?
I thought White Boy's girlfriend was all right.
Yeah. They're just Italian hoes from Melrose Park, They get the Cadillac Escalade with Italian Princess on board sticker.
Walking around jumpsuits.
Yeah, exactly like that. You calling me an Italian hoe?
I think you no, more Polish right now.
Yeah.
I think I do think Polish people wear the same thing.
They do wear. Yeah, they wear a happy face mask because they're dying inside. Actually,
I don't know if I've ever told you, majority of my friends or people I've always get along with has always been Polish people.
Always been?
What?
So are you a Polish supremacist?
No, I'm just doing the same way. I'm always getting along with Polish people.
Yeah.
How anybody else? What do you think it is?
I think it's because Polish people are assholes, and so are you.
Thank you.
It's, you know.
But I forgot one of your friends who was Polish. She was very nice. I don't remember who she was.
One of my Polish friends,
Did you have a Polish female friend?
Adela,
I know it was Czech.
Czech and Polish. Yeah,
I-
I had a Polish friend.
Maybe this was something else. Sorry, man.
Okay,
When's the last time you seen Adela?
I went to her wedding.
How was that?
Absolute horror show. It was horrendous.
Didn't you tell me she had a drug problem?
Yeah. It wouldn't be Adela if she didn't have a drug
So
problem.
you told me she let her behind and take it up the ass,
Yeah.
or was that the opposite?
No, yeah. One time I saw her get messed up, and like the first words out of her, like, when it peaks, whenever you smoke and it peaks.
I've been around more potheads than anything.
So she, as soon as it peaked, she just screamed out, "Oh, I want to smoke some crack and get fucked in the ass." And I was like, "That's my kind of girl."
I would have done it. I actually did want to fuck her. I don't know why. She's not my typical girl.
I think a lot of dudes did because she was easy.
What
I
I
don't know.
think what was very got me turned off it was TC hooking up with her.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But TC kind of looked like a horse,
Yes.
which means that he probably had a horse cock, and that's what she needed. That's the way you got to look at it. You didn't have the horse cock.
I did have a couple of questions, but it's not a lot of.
Do you have a horse cock? Is the question.
No, mine's a little above average.
You know what? You told me before that you got to use both hands to jag off, and I don't believe you.
Yes.
What do you have? Trump hands?
I told you I'm above average cock.
Above average cock.
Yeah.
How many inches?
I'll say 6.5.
How the fuck do you fit both hands then?
Then it's bigger than that.
That's like holding onto a helicopter that's
it's-
lifting you.
It's big that then. That's what I actually never actually measured it. I think anybody who measured it has a very low sensitivity.
So you didn't use a tape measure,
No,
or you didn't like you know when moms like they mark your height with a pencil. You didn't mark.
I'm doing it
Or you're doing it.
right here.
You're not going to pull it out for the podcast.
It's,
Okay. That's also the size of a skinny white chick's ass. You know, so you will destroy a skinny white chick's ass with that cock, Ross.
well, like I said earlier, one of my dreams is I would love to fucking do fucking anal, man.
So this is the most ADHD podcast because we keep going back to P-Lander Z. But so we went to this show.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
You got Jerry mad
Yeah,
because you kept telling him he's in the closet. Not gonna say he isn't.
he seems like a good guy.
He is a good guy. He works for the CIA now.
Good for him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, and he can. If I could clone myself 6 times, he could probably still kick all of my asses. That's how jacked he is.
Did he? Well, I'm working out a lot, man. Let's see how I am in a year, man.
He was a Marine.
I knew he was a Marine. Actually,
He used to be I think he was a paratrooper.
That's just fucking badass.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't have a disability, I wouldn't be a Marine or Army, but I would definitely would have been in the Air Force. But you know, some shit that is not meant to be. But you know, I'm proud of him being this. That's so hard. Is that hard to be in the CIA?
CIA?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun. You get to creep on everybody.
What is the difference between the FBI and the CIA?
I think I don't know.
We'll look it up.
I think CIA is more computer stuff, like
Okay.
files, and FBI is on the field, like they investigate like detectives.
Do you know if he can speak?
Because I think Jerry's on a computer all day.
Do you know he can speak a different language?
I think he can speak like 5 different languages.
See, this is how you can tell he's intelligent too.
Yeah.
My sister actually told me that, because everybody knows I'm trying to learn German.
Are you trying to fuck Jerry?
No, let me finish. I have to say.
Okay.
My sister introduced me to this app because you know how I've been trying to learn German.
Yeah.
But I know I can sing.
Why you want to learn German, Ross? That's a little suspicious.
I love Rammstein.
You love Rammstein.
Yeah. Because
Do you love camps with a lot of people in them?
Absolutely not. I'm not a fucking Nazi asshole.
Do you like any baking shows with ovens?
No, but I love the food.
Okay. What if the food is they got a little bit of big nose?
What are you trying to say? I can't learn another language?
No.
Would you like me to learn Polish?
Whatever.
What is the chances?
How am I going to be able to talk shit about you behind your back? If you do?
What is the chances of me learning Polish?
Really slim. And I'm not saying because you. I mean because I tried to teach people in my family on Kelly's side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really.
Is that the pronunciation or the words? I'm
It's,
trying to say. See, I can do the roaring R with German. So what is the difference with German and Polish?
German sounds like you're choking on a cock. It sounds
See,
like
I can do it.
Yeah, German sounds like you're choking on a cock. Polish is like it's like Russian. It's Slavic, so it's like you had really sour candy. Yes.
But I love the Polish language. But especially people from Poland, the Polish accent is so extinct. Well, not extinct, when it's awesome. What's another word? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like how it sounds. I always have,
A Polish accent.
Yeah, I always
So
like.
do you want me to talk like this? The rest
Absolutely.
Of the podcast?
But can you also talk like you're from Norway?
Um,
Wow, you do it very well.
I don't remember. I don't remember how to do it. I haven't done it in a while.
You know also how Dale and I had this connection? We both are a fan of black metal.
That's right.
I think I'm more of a fan, but that's how we continue to have this connection through music,
Okay. If you think you're more of a fan of black metal than me, let's name a band for each letter of the alphabet. You ready to do this?
I can't do that
Looks like I'm the bigger fan.
because I don't have that memory.
Okay. Okay.
That's not
fair
fair.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think Tom Faber is the biggest fan of black metal I know.
I don't know who fucked Tom Faber.
So let's get this finished. So we went to Pelander Z. We had a great time. We got wasted. And I'm going to tell. Do you remember what happened with the cigarette?
No.
You don't remember what happened with the cigarette? Here, can you
I don't even think it was a drinking. I just think it's been so long.
Okay. This is what happened. So once again, Pelander Z, and each member of the band goes by Pelander something. So there's Pelander Red, who's the guitarist. There's Pelander Yellow, who's he's the second guitarist and singer. Pelander Blue, Pelander whatever. And then the merch girl was Pelander Yellow's wife, who was Pelander Pink, dressed exactly like me. Okay? Really, she was. And she couldn't speak like English at all. She was totally Japanese.
Did I talk to her?
Yes. Do you remember this now?
No, I don't.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Please say I didn't make an ass of myself. Mm-hmm. I did. Shit.
You were trying to hit on her, even though it's his wife. We go outside. We go outside for a cigarette, and you went to have a cigarette, and you go. I forgot what you asked her. She said something really Japanese, like really, like I don't even want to be offensive, but she was just like, "Hi, hello," like just very, very plain English, but with an accent, right? Mm-hmm. And you're trying to teach her how to be a Chicagoan. So you go, "No, that's not how we do it." We go, "How you doing? How you doing?"
Well, I'm not talking about this. Is how I talk. Forget about it.
Yeah, you were trying to teach her how to speak sopranos, and she didn't. She was trying to figure out if you're drunk or what the fuck is wrong with you. So then you go, "This is how you do it." You say, "How you doing?" And then you put the cigarette to your mouth and you light it, and I'm watching you, and you smoke the whole thing backwards. You smoke the whole fucking cigarette butt, and I can't imagine what she thought of Americans. They go, "This is the American way," and then you smoke a cigarette backwards. So, anyways, but that was fucking great. And then what? And then we went on the subway, right?
We're not talking about that. Oh, okay. Not about.
Either someone's gonna cancel you, or you can cancel yourself and redeem yourself.
I just don't like talking about that. Please.
Okay.
That's the one. That's why one of the. That's not one of my best moments in my life. Let's leave it at that.
I thought it's one of my top 3 best moments of your life.
You could talk about it on my deathbed.
On your deathbed?
Yes.
So if I murder you, we're in a basement right now. If I murder you after this episode,
Kelly, does Kelly know this story?
Everyone I know knows the story. We have to share this, Ross.
No. I'm saying no, not on the internet.
To the 80 views that I get, 80 people that watch this channel.
I had to go to the bathroom and I pissed on the subway.
Let me explain what happened. Okay, here's what happened first. That wasn't on Pelander Z. That was a different time.
It was? What show was that?
Here's what happened. You were a very ignorant person, like you said. Mm-hmm. So you fucking hated rap for the reasons that white people hate rap, if you know what I'm saying.
I have nothing problem with nowadays.
I know. You're a better person now. You're a changed person. We believe in forgiveness.
I had no problem. I just find rap boring. That's it.
And you were wasted. By that I mean Mel Gibson wasted. You know what I'm saying? and I see you laughing, dude. And so here's what happened. I told you we were going to a punk show at Reggie's Rock Club, the best fucking metal venue in Chicago.
May I say that is my favorite venue in Chicago?
Yeah, it is. Same here.
Have you been to that venue with starts with an R?
It's Radius?
Yeah. Have you?
No. Because it's bigger than like Aragon.
So definitely, I'm not missing much.
I don't like going to big venues.
Okay.
Or like Salt Shed.
I'm just making because I saw that a lot of bands go there.
Okay, let me continue what happened. I told you we're going to a punk show, and I knew how much you hated rap. We were going to see a rapper named Cool Keith, and you, first of all, you pre-gamed, so you're already drunk. You're like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna see a punk show. We're gonna mosh, whatever." And then we walk in, and it's all black rappers. and you got so angry that you got to obliterate. You're like, all right, if we're at a rap show, I'm getting fucking wasted. So you get wasted, and then, and then, Ross had a tendency to say a certain word. We won't say which word. It starts with an N. Know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I am
All right.
such a fucking asshole.
It's Ross.
Can you cut it?
I'll cut this out. I'll cut this out, but we'll finish it off. Okay, and then we ended up going in the I'll cut that out, but we ended up going in the subway, and you said you had to take a piss, and you were so drunk, you were leaning on me like you couldn't fucking walk. So I was.
You think that's one of the drunkest you see me?
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
No, I take it back. It was.
You were walking like a pirate who lost his peg leg.
And that was actually probably with that show. I started drinking like a year and a half before that.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
And I remember how much of a drinker you were, because.
But before that, I was always drinking for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So
what happened is, so you were basically blacked out for 2 years.
No,
That's basically it.
Every time we hung out.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to hang out with somebody like me, to deal with my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in that sketchy ass tunnel that connects from the blue line and the red line. It's basically the Clockwork Orange tunnel, because that's where everybody gets mugged. And
Now, I know I can picture the movie now. Yes.
yeah. And you said you had to piss, and I was getting so aggravated because you literally couldn't keep your balance. You kept, and not to mention your ass crack was showing that entire night.
That's a Audrey trait.
That's a Ross.
Ross trait.
Yeah.
Sorry. If I say Audrey, guys, that's just my nickname.
Ross, I don't think I've ever hung out with you and haven't seen your ass crack. There's no belt in the world that will hold your pants up.
It's because I have no ass and I don't have a hip. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing,
You could just say it. You like showing it off.
I don't have an ass. So
What about suspenders?
I thought about wearing them. I will have.
Go full skinhead?
I don't understand the relation with that.
Because skins wear suspenders. They call them braces.
Okay, I maybe I've seen American History X too many times.
Well, that's the racist skinhead. I'm talking about the non-racist skinhead, because you're a changed man.
Okay, I don't know the
Okay.
difference. Can you talk about it later?
Yeah. Anyways, so you go in this tunnel. You want to fucking piss. And I go, you're not pissing. And you just drop your pants like a second grader pissing, because your ass is showing.
Mm-hmm.
And you just start pissing in the middle of the tunnel. And I go, Ross, hurry it up. There's a group of people going. And he's like, this. And you said, this is what I get to do, since you made me see. And then you said a certain word. And this group of certain words came by, and they were ready to fight. And I told him, I'm like, dude, no, he's really drunk. He's acting really dumb. And then when they saw your ass, they just smacked your ass and started laughing.
That's not what you originally said. You said I do. I'm not the smartest dude in some aspects. I do. I don't. When it comes to learning,
You're smarter than me.
But let's just say it's okay. You can tell the whole story.
Oh, now you change your mind?
Yes, he said.
All right.
Go ahead. You can say that.
I'm not going to say it. Point is, I thought we were going to get... I was so pissed because I thought we were going to get mugged.
Mm-hmm.
So I got so mad that because you said a certain word, I was like, if you want to be that way, I shaved a swastika in your head, or I put it...
This was a couple... How long? This was not in... We stopped being friends. We stopped talking for like a year and a half or 2. So this was not 2000 something.
Mm.
I don't know. You remember the
It's like
time?
2010,
Yeah.
I would say.
That wasn't 2010 because you put a bunch of gay shit on my computer.
That's the thing too, yeah. Because you would say a lot of homo slurs as well.
Well,
And not just homo sapien,
Let's just say I find men attracted, but I wouldn't say I would sleep with them. So I think with a lot of people,
You find men attractive, but you wouldn't sleep with them?
yeah, you don't find men attracted?
How are we going to go camping if you don't sleep
You
with
get what
me?
Can I get what I have to say?
Yeah.
I do strongly believe when most people are homophobic or talk like that, they're even gay or like they like men or attracted to men.
Yeah.
What do you think what I just said?
What, that the people who use the word gay a lot and
Oh,
homo?
no, just say they're homophobic. They are.
Yeah, yeah. The guys that are homophobic, you think they're more homosexual?
Yes. You agree with what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because that's what I'm saying. When I see with a guy, no, but do I find men?
There's a lot of different people. We live in a flawed world.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes everybody needs a hug from a gay man.
But most of the gay men I've been associated with, are very, very awesome. I have two of my best friends where I live in Charleston.
Yeah.
Are a couple, and they treat me very well. But I have to say, to this
They
day,
jerk you off?
no.
Okay.
You know who I can't stand? Even my two gay friends do not like them. Is the flamboyant ones.
The flamboyant ones?
Yeah, even my gay friends they say they piss them.
You're getting canceled, dude. You don't like the flamboyant ones.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
My gay friends say they're fucking annoying.
Your gay friends say that, but they're allowed to say it, though.
What do you think that is? Who was that one dude who was
Johnny?
yeah, Johnny.
We'll get to Johnny. Let's
Yeah.
finish up the story. So we were in the tunnel, and then I got so mad at you that I put a swastika on you, and your ma saw it. She's like, "What the fuck happened?"
You did no. This was a separate incident. You did it. I was at somebody's house.
Because you were saying Nazi shit. Anyway, I'll cut that out. Anyways, point is, I gayified your computer,
Yes, and then you went.
and then you cut me off for
Hold
a
on.
few years.
What happened later? When did you memory difference? When did you start dating Kathleen?
I don't remember.
Because I was buying. I remember I was buying a bottle of vodka or some.
Yes, we'll get to this story. We'll get to this story. But I broke up with her and went out with her like 3 times. She was,
But I have
she
to
was
say,
on an hourly basis.
I was almost to have to say I was ready to stop being friends because of her, because she was so fucking annoying. I did
She's
not.
so annoying.
Yes.
All right, let's finish this story though. I gayified your computer, and then you didn't talk to me for like how many years? Like 3 years?
That was not the reason.
That wasn't the reason? What was
No.
the reason?
Can we finish? It was the reason is you started dating Kathleen.
That's why?
I bought some liquor. We were at somebody's house, and you would try to hook up with Kathleen.
But why did that cause you to not be friends with me?
Because I kept on finding the vodka.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you. We'll tell this story then.
But and you tied me up,
Yeah, yeah.
and then that's the night you did it. You put the swastika in the back of my head.
Okay. So this is another. Okay, so that story. Let's talk about what happened with Kathleen. Kathleen was this chick at Jewel that worked. I had a huge crush on her.
And I don't understand why, because she's nothing to look at.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
She had a nice
was Johnny hotter?
I said Kathleen has a nice ass. That's the only thing I'll give it.
Why do you think I threw a blanket over her face?
Why do you like asses so much?
Why do I like ass? That's why I hang out with you. You're the biggest ass I know. That's right. Anyways, so Kathleen was this chick at Jewel that I had a crush on, and I couldn't go out with her because she had a best friend who's gay who wouldn't approve of me.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he wouldn't approve of me. He'd tell me, "Oh no, he doesn't have a beard. He doesn't have flannel. That's not in." So I never been.
Did you just say Flatto?
Yeah.
Who was flat? Was in the?
According to his like what's a hot man standards.
I'm so gonna ask Josh and Johnny this what they think about Flatto at a guy.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was this was like during the whole fucking like Owl City 2000s, like every dude was wearing flannel and emo hair. So he didn't approve of me, and I never been in a relationship where I had to prove myself to a girl and to her gay friend. It's really confusing. So what happened is there was one night where I couldn't even make a move on her because she was brainwashed by Johnny, by her gay friend. She was like listening to his every word.
I did not like him, and
he was incredibly pretentious. I got plenty of.
What is pretentious?
What does pretentious mean?
Thank you.
Like a hipster who thinks he's better than everyone. He's cooler than everyone. He knows the newest
I
shit.
do remember Johnny being like that.
Yeah, because I'm in comedy. I have over 20 gay friends, and not maybe one of them is pretentious. You know what I mean? But Johnny was overboard. Like he had a chip on his shoulder because he was trying to go out with gay dudes, and he was too pretentious for them. So
another way over the top.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They're like, you're too fucking much. Like nobody's gonna be good enough for you because you got these high fucking standards. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember because he tried going out with this guy from San Francisco, and the guy from San Francisco was he was so like devastated how pretentious Johnny was that he asked me out. I don't know if you remember that.
I'm sorry. I have a good long-term memories, but my memories are in patches.
So, anyways, so here's what happened: is I couldn't make a move on Kathleen because Johnny completely brainwashed her. I think it's because he wanted me for himself, and
So you think he has a man crush on you?
he absolutely did. After Kathleen, I messed around with a girl that was his best friend, and she like described my dick to him like a police sketch.
I would not like that.
Right?
No.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is I couldn't even like make out with Kathleen because of Johnny. So I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna party at Kathleen's, and everybody's gonna be preoccupied so that I can be alone with her and that she can be her true self. Because I knew she liked me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that Johnny was this fucking, monkey brain above
So-
her head, you know.
It's like yappa, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the F for Family? It's on Netflix.
No, is that Bill Burr's show?
Yes.
No.
That's how I got it. Yappa, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it like that. That like meaning like chatter in your ear.
So let's focus on the story. We got too much ADHD going on. Like,
Go ahead.
So here's what happened. So I was like, okay, you had a crush on Grace.
I don't think I have
You did.
I don't know. Understand sometimes my crushes or I was just obsessed.
Who looked like a young Hillary Clinton? Let's be honest, okay? And so my plan was, I was like, okay, Ross is gonna get us alcohol because I don't think either of us could get it, and then
You could have.
I could have, but I'm a
But
mooch.
you used me.
Because I'm a mooch.
Yeah,
I'm a mooch with no shame.
You used me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, no, I made a deal with you that I'll get you alone with Grace if you get the alcohol. That's called a deal.
I don't.
But that's also my
Grace
car.
never give me a time of the day.
Yeah.
As far as I'm.
But that's also the slimy car salesman side of me.
Okay,
You
go
know?
ahead.
I admit it. I'm fucked up, or I was fucked up. I would never do that to you now, Ross.
I know.
So you gonna buy us a pizza later? All right, I'm joking.
Are you gonna make me pick pizza over my stepmom's cooking?
I'm joking, dude. So let's finish the story. So I said, if you get us alcohol, I'll get you alone with Grace. Johnny hated you. He fucking hated you. So I knew it's gonna ward him away. He's gonna go skip through the fields.
Why did he have a problem with me?
I think it's because you said a lot of homophobic slurs around him. Like that's why.
Who knew I would be so pro gay people now?
I don't know, but so here's what happened is, I said you're gonna get the alcohol, and I'm gonna get like everybody's gonna do their own thing. So I'm trying to make out with Kathleen on the couch, and then I hear like plates breaking or some shit in the kitchen, because you're trying to get the vodka. You were trying to get the vodka, and I said, Ross, please. Like raging hard boner, dude. I was so blue balled. I was like, Ross, please. I can literally use my dick as a kickstand. Just behave yourself for 3 minutes. That's all it'll take me. Okay? Because you were wrecking Kathleen's house. So
that was not her house, by the way. It was.
I thought
it was somebody's party.
No, it was her. It was her mom's house. She was out of town. And so I go, Ross, you promised me you're going to behave yourself. And you go, yeah, I won't break anything. I won't do anything. So I put the vodka bottle, and it was the grossest vodka. It was that Skull shit. the gallon.
Yes.
So I put it on the fridge, and then I go back with a raging hard boner, trying to make out with Kathleen, and it still doesn't work because I start hearing the fridge tip over because you're climbing up it like Tarzan. Okay? So then I go back. I go, Ross, you fucking told me you'd behave. What is it going to take for you to chill out? Because my dick's ready to explode. And you said like, whatever, I'll behave. I promise. So this time, I hid it under her bed, and then I go back under her mom's bed. I go back to try and make it out with her, and I start hearing fucking mattress springs because you're going under the bed. So finally, I got so enraged. I go up to you. I go, Ross, all right, here's the deal. You just want to get drunk. And you're like, yeah, I just want to get drunk. I'm not going to fuck anything up. I swear to God. That's all I want to do. I go, okay, how you going to prove that to me? And you go, I'm going to sit right here and I'm just going to get drunk. That's all I want to do. And I go, okay, so you don't have to move from right here. And you go, yeah. So then I taped you to the chair and we made a long straw from the skull to your mouth, And then
Why did you not videotape this?
And that because I'd probably be.
I would, I would love to have seen some of this.
So then, and then I didn't even. All I got to do was like make out or something, and then I think we forgot that you were taped to the chair. I don't even remember what happened the rest of the night. I thought her mom came the next day with you taped to the chair, and she's like, "This is fucking Silence of the Lambs. What the hell is going on here?" That's what I remember. He's like, "Who the fuck is this?"
So how did I get a slaps to the back of my head that night?
Oh, I don't remember.
That's the night you did it, and that's the night I came down and I got pissed at you, and I said, "Fuck this! I don't."
Fuck this.
Yes.
And then, do you remember what happened after that?
I don't remember any of this.
Here, so can I continue? Is that cool? So what I remember is I didn't talk to you for like 3 years, and then one day I had to go pick up something at Jewel. So I stopped at that Jewel, and I saw you. You said, "How are you doing?" I asked you if you want to hang out. You said, "Yeah, I'll get off in an hour. Why don't you go to my house and we'll catch up?" And I go to your house, and you told me the whole story about your ball cancer. You remember that?
Say it correctly.
What is it? Testicular cancer.
Thank you.
Okay. About your teabag cancer.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Because I'm making you laugh.
Yes, you are.
All right. So we go there, and I was so confused. Let me get this. Do you want to tell the story from here?
Just talk about this.
Talk this another time. You don't want to talk.
No, talk about this.
Talk about a what?
The Slipknot album.
What about the Slipknot album?
You gave me a signed Slipknot album.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to make it up to you by pissing you off. So I gave you my Slipknot autographs.
Which anybody who knows me,
Is Slipknot is your favorite band, and it's been for probably the whole time I've known you.
Since 1998, pretty much.
So, and I'll tell you how valuable those autographs are after this. But
Am I gonna kick myself right now?
no. But let me tell you what happened.
I want.
So let me tell you what happened. We're in your basement, and you told me. Do you want to tell how you got?
No, actually, we went to a hookah bar before that.
But do you want to tell the testicular cancer story? How it happened?
Go ahead, Phil.
What?
Because I don't.
You don't remember? So what I remember is you told me that you got testicular cancer, and I was wondering like how the fuck this happened. And you told me that you were getting pissed off at Jewel for keeping you a bagger for all these fucking years. So you wanted to get promoted to a cashier. So then they tried to train you to be a cashier, but it was overwhelming you. I don't know if it was because of
it was my anxiety, and I was not on my anxiety medication.
It wasn't like learning disability stuff.
I could take it from here. So
Yeah.
how I got diagnosed with the testicle cancer is my front-end manager. I finally convinced him to let me be a cashier.
Yeah. Steve?
No, it was Benny.
Benny?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And then at the time I didn't have my anxiety medication. Also, even I'm a cashier at Publix, where Publix is to the moon, and Jewel is like to the ground, so it's night and day.
Yeah.
And I'm very good at being a cashier, a bagger.
All right, but focus on
Well,
what
I'm trying to. That is part of the story.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
They didn't train me correctly. It was like four other people outside me training.
Yeah.
I need a little. I need anything, anybody or anything. I have to learn one on one. I can't have. It has to be focused on me. So I was not trained
So
correctly.
you're a narcissist.
No, I'm just that's how I learned.
I know. I'm joking.
And I kept on making mistakes. And my bosses started.
You got one of the baggers pregnant.
No mistakes towards my job.
Okay.
And at one time it got to the point, the last straw for me until my boss called me in is you know when you put the coins in
Yeah.
MoneyGram,
Yeah.
it was a $230 MoneyGram. They wanted to use it to pay the bill.
Yeah.
I use it as cash instead of putting it as coupons.
Yeah.
I give it back to them. What's that? S lost money to the store.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. Why the fuck would they get mad about that?
Because
That's Jewel. That's Jewel.
not Jewel. That's even Publix. That's the grocery.
But that's still bullshit, though. They're still going to be able to cash that in.
It's business. It's business.
It's
They
bullshit.
It's losing money. But that's besides.
It's a
the point.
bullshit mistake that they got after you on.
Yes,
Okay.
it was.
In my opinion, I don't think they liked you over there, and they were looking for a reason to fuck you over.
But they didn't. They didn't.
They moved you down, right?
No, they moved. I eventually went to produce, and then I went back. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
And then my
Because you like looking at the melons over at
Can I
Jewel.
finish my story, please?
Yeah.
I kept on. My boss said, I said I can't lose my job. I can't lose my health insurance.
Yeah.
And that's all I was caring about was my health insurance. I come from my family's, is not, not hundreds of millions, but my family has money, so I would not be in a situation that it was like I would be homeless, but I wouldn't have health insurance. But anybody,
But what does this have to do with testicular cancer?
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Get there. And he said, "Fine, I'll keep you." But I was so paranoid. My anxiety kept on going up.
Of losing your job?
Yes, over losing my job.
Yeah.
I ended up one day because I got so excited. I had a severe panic attack. I was also psychotic. I was not making sense. I was delusional.
Yeah.
I went to.
But that's you all the time.
I'm being sick. Can I?
Okay. Sorry.
I got I went to a mental hospital,
Yeah.
and that's how they found.
Is it called Maine South?
No. And that's how they found my cancer.
So they gave. How did they find it though? They gave you an MRI.
Before you get hospitalized, they have to do legally checks to make sure you don't have any bugs. It's more than you think. And
Like what? Like blood tests?
No, they check everything, your body, everything.
Oh, so they were touching your balls?
No, they were looking. They were looking. It was more looking than anything.
How do you know they were molesting you?
Because I remember. That's why.
Okay.
That's one of the first and last thing I remember.
Yeah.
After that, I don't remember much. And then I got the report was about when they what's it called when you leave a hospital?
Discharge?
And they saw the sheet. You got to get this checked out, and I did, and I ended up having testicle cancer.
Yeah.
How they found out is they thought originally my testicle was enlarged, so they had a ultrasound. They thought the ultrasound it was fine. They thought it was enlarged. I had surgery to not to defray it, and make to have it not enlarged anymore. And my doctor said that looking kind of funky. And he asked my mom.
Did you punch him in the face?
Can
talking shit about your balls?
Can I finish?
Okay.
My doctor
Do you
said.
have a WrestleManic episode?
We went, is it okay we take his testicle out and test it for cancer? She said yes. 2 weeks later, I found out it was cancerous,
Yeah.
and then I went for radiation, and that's how the story.
And then they put something else in there, like a snow globe or something, right?
Oh, Phil, even in a fucking war situation, you make it funny.
That's because you got to laugh at tragedy in life, right?
Yeah, some of you could have killed me.
I laugh at all my tragedies, but there's a lot of them in my life. So
Oh, wait, let's talk.
no, but so what happened? So they didn't you tell me they put something in there though?
No, I had one testicle there
Oh, you're empty.
on the left side.
But you told me that I thought you told me they're gonna put something silicone in there.
They can do it, but it's not covered out of insurance because it's.
Oh, it's cosmetic.
Yes.
So so you're glad that CEO got shot.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Okay, never mind. Anyways,
You act like I found the news. Actually, I do know who you're talking about.
yeah, Luigi.
Well,
Or-
that guy
or-
probably doesn't have insurance, so
I know.
he did it to him. That
So anyways, remember what I asked you? Can you share on here how big was it when it was at its biggest?
it was a big as almost softball.
As big as a softball.
Yeah.
And do you remember what you said when I asked you about that?
No.
I go, Ross, can I ask you how big was it? And you go, as big as a softball. And I said, how the fuck did you think that was normal? And you go, because I got big balls, bitch. That's what you told me.
I did.
Yeah. And then I said, well, if you got big balls in proportion to your dick, don't you think your dick is pretty small if your ball was that big? And you told me to shut the fuck up.
Phil, every time I see you, how often do I say "shut the fuck up," Phil? I know it's.
I'm proud of you. Today I think you're at 5. Well, normally you're at like 20.
I didn't say it today. I was just.
I know. Normally it's like 20 average. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
still early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so can I ask you though? Like, did you? What is like during, after, before? When was? When
You want
was?
to know how it is? How it
When was it the most? Was it painful?
at the time, I was in denial. When you think you have cancer, with me, I in the back of my head, I kind of thought I had cancer, but I
Yeah.
have to say, yes, it did.
It was painful
When I sat down,
when you sat down.
especially in the toilet.
You know what I remember about you, about like being a fucking party animal in Jewel?
I'm not that anymore.
Yeah, but you used to be. You know how I remember? Because I remember we worked the same shift and we clocked in, and that day it said it was like 10 degrees and it was about to snow during our shift. So you came and you didn't wear a coat or anything because I think you got dropped off, but you were going to walk home. And I remember this to this day because you had I don't know if it was a back problem or if it was like like arthritis.
Phil. The chances that everything you probably said is true. Bought the jacket. You remember how close I was?
But here's the thing. You know what I remember? I remember you walking home with 2 24-packs. You had like this pigeon walk where you move your head forward while it's showering snow on you. And I was like, that is a fucking dedicated alcoholic.
But you also we do realize I didn't go to college. A lot of things when most people went to college, I went through it when I was at Jewel.
So what? Oh yeah, I know. Everybody's an alcoholic in their 20s, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that
I'm just doing this because I'm relaxing. But
that's what every alcoholic says,
I've gone 2 weeks without drinking.
I know. I'm just joking. But I remember that image, like laughing like crazy, because we got off at the same time.
Why did you not offer me a ride?
Offer you a ride? Because I'm an asshole. No, I don't. Because I didn't know we got off at the same time. But I just remember driving home and you were like a block from your house already. But I was like, he fucking walked while it's blizzarding with carrying 2 24-packs. I was like, holy shit, man. That's metal right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But
That's
anyways,
metal.
so what else do we remember there? Do you remember why I got fired at Jewel?
I thought you was no. I never. Refresh me. I never really understood.
Okay, so first of all, there's a few things. I'll tell you the top 3 things in order. The first thing they didn't catch me for. You remember they used
I
to
don't
have,
remember anything. What happened?
So I'll tell you. The first thing was, do you remember they had those Monopoly competitions like McDonald's
Yes, now I do.
with the
Yes.
stamps?
Yes, I do.
So-
I hated it. I thought it was so stupid, and it was, what's it called?
The scam?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I remember working as a cashier. They would tell you, like, if you cash in and I go, hey, you want your Monopoly stamps? And if you say no, you put them on the side and then you give them to the next person. I used to pocket them all the time, and nobody caught me for that. And I won $500 3 separate times, so it wasn't a scam.
You won $1,000.
I won $1,500, $1,500, but it wasn't cash. It was all Jewel gift card, so it sucked. Like I used it for like
Okay.
fucking jalapeno chips, you know. So and I could sling a whole rotisserie
Dude,
chicken on my own.
You are so smart sometimes.
So smart? You think that's smart?
That was fucking brilliant,
Okay.
dude.
So that I didn't get caught for. Then, do you remember Donna?
Oh, wow. How
Do you remember Donna?
Yes.
She was like a chubby Filipino girl that was like
I do remember.
She was
her.
like cross-eyed.
Yes.
So she was the biggest bitch. She was the biggest. She did not like anybody. She always looked like the look on her face looked like she just got out of divorce court all the time. And so here's what happened. I'm working cashier, and it was slow because it was during the holidays. So I'm just leaning against, in my cubicle, whatever, sitting. And they were training. This is what they caught me for this, but you can't. They couldn't charge me for this. But this is how slimy I am. They were training a new stalker. You know Dr. Scholl's soles? You know what those are?
No.
The pads that you put in your shoes
Okay.
for your back. They're like $20. So what does Jewel
Is that expensive for them?
I mean, some people don't buy it, but I tell you it helps. But what would Jewel sell it as? $19.99, right? That's what they put on the
Yes.
price tag. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching. They're training a new stalker, and he fucked up.
What do you do?
He missed a digit, so he labeled them all in the system and on there as $1.99.
So was he a stalker? Because we at Publix we call that facing, or was he doing
yeah.
it
He was a facer. You're right. He was a facer. So he put it as $1.99. So I saw that shit, and I was like, "Fuck it." I went on break, and I bought like $60 worth of them. So I have Dr. Scholl's soles to this day from Jewel, 20 years later. I'm not joking. And Donna went up to me and she's like, "We saw what you did. That was pretty smart. We'll watch you from now on." That's what she told me. So, and I don't know if it cost his job. I really don't care because I got Dr. Scholl's soles for the rest of my life. But anyways, so you know what they got me for? Here's what they got me for. Do you remember they used to have that contest? This is literally what they fired me for. Do you remember they used to have that contest about whoever's the fastest scanner gets Panera Bread for all
To
week?
be honest, I wasn't a cashier, so I wasn't.
Okay. So they had this like contest where the machine tracks how fast you scan shit.
They do it at Publix too.
Yeah. And whoever had the fastest, the Jewel would pay for your lunch, Panera Bread, all for 1 week every day. So I would win it all the time until they put me with some really slow bagger. I forgot who it was.
Was it me?
No, it wasn't you. It was definitely not you. It was somebody, because I don't remember their name. I don't know if it was Cindy. I don't know who it was. But I was so pissed off because I'm like, I want to fucking win this lunch for free all week. So what held me up is every old lady. Remember the Fresh Values card?
Yes.
So before Jewel would just have a huge sale, they would have a card where you get like 1% off certain things.
I remember the card. Yeah.
Yeah.
They took it away.
You know what happened to me?
What?
I was so impatient with these fucking old ladies that I kept scanning my employee one. So they kept getting 15% off everything.
This is the part I actually did remember. You got I don't think you told me. I think Brad told me.
Yeah. Because they took me in the office and they go, Phil, $25,000. That's how much you gave away. That's how much I gave away in employee discounts to strangers, just so I could get my fucking Panera at lunch. Because I'm the Garfield of Jewel.
What didn't they say you're fired?
Yeah.
That's all they say, you're fired?
Yeah.
You're lucky they didn't charge you.
What would they charge me with? I mean, I was like, I didn't like, I don't even have to play stupid. I'm Polish.
I've always been curious what employees say when they fire.
Well, they say you're terminated. Okay. I don't
Okay.
think it's legal to say you're fired.
I thought they
only
said,
Donald Trump can say that.
I thought they said your death was suspended.
Suspended indefinitely. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't remember, but that's all I remember from Jewel. I don't know what other stories we got. You want to talk about when we saw Jello Biafra?
Of course.
Huh?
Yes.
Of course. Do you remember this story? You sure you want to share this?
I'll go ahead.
Okay. All right. So here's what happened.
Can you pause it?
Yeah, I can pause. Yeah, you got to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go. I want my Zen.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. Whatever. Here you go.
Thank you.
Can I bless you with Catholic incense?
Fuck no.
You could have the whole thing. You like those?
We'll talk about that. I don't think I can make it the rest of the week without
them. Here, I'll put this right here. All right, you good? Have you ever tried dip?
no tobacco.
Yeah. Anyways, so here's what happened. I was a huge fan of Dead Kennedys. Jello Biafra is the singer of Dead Kennedys. He was coming to town, and I am such a clever, stalky bastard that I always know where these motherfuckers are going. I am known every show that I've gone to, besides like 3, I've been able to meet the artist. So I told you, Ross, I said, let's go see Jello Biafra, and then we're going to meet him afterwards. I hope you don't mind, right? And this was right when Obama was leaving office and Trump was about to go in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened is Jello Biafra, he has like this flamboyant, like lispy voice, and he's real He sounds exactly like that. That was how he sounded right when he came out of his mom's vagina. That was his first word. Exactly. So we go front row because I know how to get front. You kind of do the my girlfriend's up there, my girlfriend, and you just push your way to the front. And Jello goes on this rant where he's being sarcastic, and I don't think you knew that he was sarcastic.
I probably didn't pick it up.
Yeah. Well, you didn't. Well, because you weren't a fan of Dead Kennedys as much as I was, and he's sarcastic.
I turned into a Joe. How you say his last name, Jello?
Jello Biafra.
And that was the first time. I don't think you were there. Brad and I went to see him a second time.
Okay.
At Reggie's.
Yeah. So, we were front row, and you didn't realize he's sarcastic, and he started going. He's like, so we got this guy Donald Trump going into office. What a great idea, right? Why don't we just build a wall? That's his policy, build a wall, right? Fuck the Mexicans. That's what he says. And then you thought he was serious, so you scream, yeah, fuck the Mexicans. and he made eye contact with us like, what do I do with this fucking idiot? What do I do with these guys? And
I remember this.
And I was ready to punch you in the face because I'm like, we're not going to be able to meet him now. He remembers us, So
do you think this drug out alcoholic probably dude from the 70s is gonna remember?
I think he's straight edge, so I think he would remember. Yeah,
even back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Phil.
So we didn't get to meet him. No, but I thought it was a pretty funny Phil and Ross adventure.
That's talking about the black metal, Swedish black metal band. What happened to you, and we met
Wolves in the Throne.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's another show we went to. We went to see Watain, and It was at Metro.
Yes.
Who was it? It was Wolves in the Throne Room. Oh, and wasn't it that shitty blonde girl singer?
No, that was
Enslaved.
Enslaved. Yeah.
Who was after in Oh, it was Destroyer 66.
That was
Here.
that was a great show.
Bro.
You kept it. Yeah. That you kept it. That's awesome.
I was just showing the poster, but yeah. So it was Watain, then Destroyer 66, and Wolves in the Throne Room opened, and we got to meet the guitarist of Wolves in the Throne Room.
And Eric.
That dude is yeah. But first we met him. Mm-hmm. The dude from Wolves is like 4 feet tall. That was crazy.
No, that's so when you at the Metro, I don't know how many 80 viewers of YFL have been in the Metro. You're looking up at the Metro.
Yeah, you're looking up.
So he looks a lot tall on stage. And
Yeah.
And this was the first time I saw him. A second time. Oh, what was this? That was Enslaved the second time.
Yeah. And I think he was on a platform.
Yeah.
In Metro. Mm-hmm. So when we met him, we were trying to take a picture, but he's like a foot small, so we had to like crouch down. But then here's the other funny. So then we see Watain. Do you remember how mad Eric was getting? Because Eric, like, bro, this is how I'll dress to a black metal show. I will be the only guy.
I know you got blood on you.
Yeah, because you know what happened? Because
I wasn't there because I don't like being in the mosh pit.
We're at a black metal show, and I'm like recording the whole thing, and he saw me with my phone up, and Eric is a fucking black metal dork. He takes it way too seriously.
I think he's a monster badass. But
I think he's a badass, and I think he's an amazing vocalist. But he's a dork. He's a skinny dork. He takes it way too seriously, in my opinion. And so he saw me with my phone. So he had this skull full of blood, and he threw it at my phone, and I had to wipe my phone down. And I remember we go outside, and you know what's the funniest thing is that when we went outside, do you remember who we first met? There was a drag queen party next door. We took a picture with them.
And this is when I was starting to be a lot more liberal. And I Phil wanted me to take a picture, and I just got shy. I was like, I can't do it.
I remember I pissed off a few metalheads because I go, guys, it's Watain, and it was like these 3 huge drag queens. So he took a picture.
What is that bar next to Metro? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I mean that's all like close to Boys Town and everything. So it could have been at any bar. It could have been in the after show.
But I have to stop you there. I went to YFA's black metal band at Roscoe's, which is a gay bar.
Yeah.
And my name is Ross, which most people call me Roscoe. Just saying.
That's right. That's the way to do it, man.
Continue.
So we met the drag queen first. Then we met Eric.
No, we met the guitar.
We met the drummer.
The drummer. Which he was the nicest guy.
He was the nicest. Eric is such a grump. I don't know what is wrong with him.
You said that because I probably couldn't.
Yeah. Because we were like, dude, he like threw blood at me. He's like, yes, he's in the mood today. He didn't have his Count Chocula, and it was and then there's Eric just like, ugh. You're supposed to be angry for these photos. He almost didn't want to take a photo.
And then you wanted to take pictures with the what are the people who do the
the stage work?
Yeah, you wanted to take a picture with the
trident.
Yes, they said, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do they say?
I forgot what they said, but what's funny is like Watain, they have like blood and dead animals on stage because that day they had 2 pig's heads.
That's a normal thing for them.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like they take it so seriously. I bet they bought that from like a deli. You know what I mean? But we are a satanic band. How much for the pig head? And they're just like, there's just some Italian guy like, you want it sliced thin or thick? Like, no, we are using it for stage prop. Like.
So talk about what we saw with the second time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, so I wanted to end with Tane. Is what's funny is they had
we
so
have to go now.
what?
Oh, are we done for the day?
No.
Oh,
No. I'm saying I want to end the story.
all right. Go ahead.
So with what was funny with Tane is that they actually like when they have a guitar guy or they have a microphone guy, they had a guy who mops the blood, and then they had the guy who was taking the decorations down, which is it's just a pitchfork, and I wanted to take a picture with the pitchfork, and they didn't let me. They didn't let me hold it.
And I have to say, Wu-Tang is literally. I'm a huge black metal fan. Phil and I have different opinions, but Wu-Tang is actually my favorite black metal band.
Same here.
And seeing them live, it's like their energy. It's like they're not a typical black metal band.
You know what it is?
What?
It's cocaine.
We're talking about the second time we see them. With
It's
that,
cocaine. And you know how I know?
yeah,
Because Airlise from
I was
Atiana,
I said let's get to that story. next.
she bought
I
the
know you
cocaine.
told me. You
Yeah.
told me.
So that's what it is. That's what it is. Luckily, they don't have stubs because then they would have been a different kind of cocaine addict. You know.
You know what? I took I took this him. I've always liked to treat my best friends and my friends to concerts, sports events. I took actually Phil to a Cubs game, and then after with Kathleen and Brad, he got busted at Lollapalooza,
Yeah.
and then
busted.
another show was Enslaved. It was in a film room, and that Mara that
Make her or
Yeah.
something.
and
It's basically a black metal Enya. It was fucking awful.
yeah.
I can't stand. I don't know why people like her. You like that shit?
I don't understand it.
Do you know her story?
I listened to it
Do you know her story though?
a little bit, but refresh me, please.
You know what's hilarious about her? You know why she's worth not liking? Because like I wouldn't mind.
You're not gonna be a gatekeeper when you tell this story, because I'm 100% gatekeeper when it comes to metal, but sometimes you're 50-50. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm myself. I have so many fucking like I'm a
You
what
know
they
what,
call a sigma male.
you understand what a gatekeeper?
Yeah,
They might not know. What does a gatekeeper mean?
it's those British guys with the fluffy
Be
hats.
honest. What is
you know?
a
No, yeah, you're like you call everyone a poser and you're a dork because you take the music too seriously.
You don't know anything.
An elitist.
Yeah, elitist. That's another
Yeah.
way. Yes.
So you know what happened is what happened with McCure, which is funny.
That's how.
I don't know how to say it.
I don't
know.
either.
It's stupid.
And
as
you don't
fuck.
even have a fucking speech impediment. You can't even say that name.
I don't know how to say it. So it's just but what happened with her that I read, and is a part of the reason why I don't like her is because, well, first of all, it isn't black metal. It's fucking Enya, and second of all,
What is the definition of what you just said? Yeah.
Enya?
Yeah.
She's that singer from the '90s. You know, who can say when your heart close, when your heart close, only time. That's her. That's literally her. But the reason why they don't like her, you know why? Because she used to be a supermodel, and she used to be a singer in she used to be a supermodel in Sweden. That was like a singer for some. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with some, so someone's gonna shit on me. But my 80 views. But she used to be like in the path of being like this like Taylor Swift supermodel, and then they told her like you are too fat, you gain too much weight. So she couldn't follow that path. So she's like, what can I do? And she paid her agents to make her black metal. So she's like full of shit.
Why would anybody want to? You'll figure it to be complete opposite. A lot of those pop artists do like metal, but they do pop music because they know that it
Makes that money.
Yes.
Makes that scratch. I don't
Yes.
know. But in Norway, you make a shit ton of money being black metal anyways. So
I know that's why I want to go there.
But anyways, so are you gonna get us pizza and pay for the trip to Norway?
I actually would Phil, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Europe with you.
You'd love to go to Europe with the
You know,
we would have to like film the whole thing. It would be hilarious.
absolutely. And to this day, you know.
So-
can I stop? You always say if I would have gone to your bachelor party in
Amsterdam.
I would have been miserable.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't feel bad I wasn't there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
But yeah, but that's I don't find us. Well, I think we're gonna be friends well, forever.
We
and
are.
and I have to say that's trying to make it to Europe. We
Make it to Europe.
Yeah.
You think we'll be banned from there after we go?
Oh, I think if we go to Norway,
That laugh definitely tells us we're going to be banned.
what do you think about going Norway, Sweden, and those countries? That's what
I don't know. You don't want to go to like Gaza Strip?
What the hell is that?
You know, the Israel Palestine
Fuck
that
no.
area. Fuck no. Let me ask you a question, okay?
What?
Because like you said that like you're not a gatekeeper, I'm not a gatekeeper.
But I am when it comes to metal.
You are a gatekeeper. You know what's you know why? Even though you're missing a ball, you got the biggest balls. Most metalheads won't admit that. They won't admit that.
But I'm still a
They'll be like, oh, I'm not an elitist. I'm just not fucking gay or something. That's the kind of shit they'll say.
But
That's
why? Why?
Because they're full of shit. Because they're gothic, depressed alcoholics. But let me tell you something. Let me ask you this: if you're a gatekeeper, why do so many people? It's like not cool to like Mayhem.
I have no idea.
Do you like Mayhem?
Absolutely.
I like their newer shit better than their old shit.
I'm 80% green with you.
The
Frozen,
album,
what's the one when we saw the whole album?
yeah, De Satanas Mysterious or
Yeah.
whatever. Their classic album.
That's the only. Everything else is it's not. I don't find the old stuff complete. It's like
Yeah. That album is really that is their best album. But I like you remember Damon?
they've been through how many frontmen is it?
I have no idea.
Not like Go app. That many.
No. There's only I don't even think there is an original member in Mayhem anymore. Like
Def. That was the first one that got shot.
yeah, but he got shot by himself, you know. But anyways, so I just had to say that. I don't understand why people don't like him. But anyways,
Who's complaining about Mayhem?
ever since Lords of Chaos, people are like, "Oh, you like Mayhem because they became popular." It's just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't like.
You're the motherfucker who introduced me to black metal. When I was in high school, I
Yeah.
thought David Boga was black metal. I thought Cradle Filth. It would be for you. I wouldn't be this crazy fan of black metal, you know?
Yeah.
Because how many people at Maine South knew about black metal?
How many people about Maine South knew anything outside of Maine
I
South?
remember
Park Ridge is its own bubble. You know, they don't know shit. They don't know shit.
and this is why I was born in I grew born and raised in Park Ridge. You with the high school at Maine South.
Yeah.
It's like people call me close-minded, but I am for real because I think I think it's because of my disability because I think outside the box.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the mainstream,
Ever since he came out of the box.
shut the fuck up, Phil. Oh, I said it. But I think a lot of people.
What other shows have we gone to?
Meshuggah.
High on Fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Who opened for that day? Do you remember?
It was just two of them.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. And then
That was I could not stand that show.
that was the first show we went to when we connected.
But I couldn't stand how fucking loud it was.
Dude, my hair is so shot.
It was way too loud, that show. Do you remember we went to Behemoth? And Bill's brother was there?
I remember going to be here. Yes, I do. Yeah,
Yeah, it was at House of Blues.
we gone to a lot of good shows. Haven't
What other shows we go to?
Buffalo,
Belphegor, yeah, with Dark Funeral,
and Hate,
Hate.
and a couple other bands.
I think I liked Hate the best.
Why?
I didn't. I didn't get into Hate until I saw them with Batushka.
Who the hell is? Oh, I cannot stand that band.
You don't like Batushka?
I should say I don't like them. I don't understand them. It's a whole.
Yeah, it's church music.
It's just it doesn't mix with me, bro.
I like it, dude. I like it. What other shows we go to?
I think that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
We had to go on another show. You didn't go.
Oh,
Oh,
every time we die.
every time I die. Yeah. Where
Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
Do you remember that girl I was with?
Yeah. You were making out with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. Do you remember?
You remember how hot she was?
I do. You know what I remember? You want me to tell this story?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's fucking that story is absolutely hilarious. I have it on a different channel, but I want to tell you it while you're here. Okay. I bought a stolen car off Craigslist, a Volkswagen Golf, and I knew it was stolen. I thought I was getting a steal because you know that's slimy karma with me, with my Slavic Polish gypsy ways. I went on Craigslist. Guy was selling a Volkswagen for $3,000. I show up with $2,000, and I'm like, oh, I forgot the other grand. And it was this scary Nigerian guy with a machete scar, and he's like, okay, I'll give you the car. I'll give you the car. And I thought I got away with it. So then I go to the DMV. The lady at the DMV, she didn't process me through because she recognized me. She was my old probationary officer. She's like, I know you. You're up to something. You're up to something. So then I forged the signature. That's why she didn't want to process it, because that's when I found out it was stolen, because there was 8 different owners. So then I just forged it in the parking lot. I came back in. She processed it through.
What does it mean, process?
Like when you buy a car, you have to sign the title, and then they have to put it into the system, and then they make a license plate for you.
Cold.
I'm cold as well. Let me finish this story, and I'll fucking wrap it up. But
you don't have to wrap it up. Do you have to call it a day?
Huh?
What do we wrap it out?
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I'll close the door later, but let me finish the story. So she didn't process it for me because she looked up the VIN number, the serial number, and she's like, there's 8 different owners and you're none of them. So she didn't let me go through. So then I signed it in the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, what do you know? I ran into the owner in the parking lot, and she didn't want to get me through. So I talked to the manager. I'm like, yes, I literally ran into the owner because we drove here together. So they processed it through. I think I got away with it. And then here's what happens. You know what an engine mount is?
No.
You know what that is? Do you remember like Tom and Jerry cartoons?
Yes.
Do you remember when they would drive a car and it was so shitty that the engine would drop from the bottom of it? You remember that ever?
Yes.
Okay. So when they make a car, they make the frame, and then they bolt the engine to the frame. Those bolts were cracked, and I didn't know what the fucking engine mount was either. So I went to my guy, and I asked him, I go, how long can this last? And he goes, I would get it fixed as quick as you can. And I was like, he's fucking with me. He's trying to rip me off. So I drove with an engine that was sliding around in my car for 6 months. And then one day I'm going to work, and you know when you bend a paper clip backwards, back and forth, and it snaps? That's what happened to my exhaust pipe. Because I'm driving to work, and I can't switch lanes because my engine is dragging across the ground. So finally, I'm like, fuck, we got to go see Every Time I Die. I have to go pick up Ross. And do you remember I pulled up to your house, and you're like, Phil, what the fuck is with your car? Why is it so fucking loud? He's like, I could hear that shit from a block away because the whole exhaust pipe snapped off. It was louder than a Harley. And you were bitching the whole time. You're like, I can't believe you taking me in this fucking shit box. And you know what I said? You know what I said? I'm going to cancel myself right now. Do you know what I said? I kept bitching out the owner of the car until I finally said, I can't believe this whole fucking situation. I bought this stolen car, that it was broken, I didn't get it fixed, and then the exhaust pipe, this whole fucking thing is retarded. I said it. And you got fucking pissed off at me. You got pissed off. You go, don't say that fucking word around me. I'm like, dude, I'm really sorry. I'm just really aggravated. And then I was talking about, and then I didn't know what to say because I felt bad that I said that word around you. So then I tried to change the subject, and I go, Ross, are you gonna fuck any bitches at this show? And you go, no, I'm asexual. And I go, what the fuck is asexual? Like a frog? Like you lay eggs on a river? And you go, no, that's amphibian, you fucking weetard. That's what you told me. Do you remember that?
I remember
this whole thing.
Yeah.
So then we go to the show, and I had to park like a mile away because there was cops there, and they would have heard how loud it was. So then we go to the show, And at this venue, only 21 and over is allowed on the top floor because that's where they sold beer. And I wanted to be in the mosh pit. So I'm staying in the mosh pit, and then I go upstairs, and you're fucking making out with this chick. I mean, and remember what I said?
What?
You go in the car and you go, Phil, why aren't you proud of me? I made out with this chick. And I go, because you didn't go home with her and bang her, bro. You had the chance.
It was close.
It was close. Why didn't you?
Because she lived near Rockford.
But
how would the fuck I would get home the next day? And I had
would it be you don't think it'd be worth it? That would have been your first time.
And I also she was all over me, grinding on me. I felt her boobs all over. Yes.
Did you finger bang her?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Were your fingers stinky?
No.
That metalhead puss?
You know what that is? When that means when a woman's vagina is fishy like that, that's something. It has an infection.
There's an infection?
Yes.
Does that turn you on?
No, but she was hot as hell, and she's one of the few that.
Would you eat her out if she had an infection?
Probably not. That's
No?
disgusting.
You don't want that Walking Dead puss?
You fucking.
What?
So
Pause.
you're gonna edit a lot.
Yeah, I can edit
So when
it.
you have those other people, do they take breaks and all that?
Yeah.
So that that one she says at show she pops her dick out.
Who?
She's a transsexual.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
Veronica.
Say one of your buddies thinks she's hot.
Okay. So let me tell you this story. So Veronica Memoir was on our podcast, and Ross thinks she's hot. And you want to know what's amazing, Ross?
What?
Classic Wild Phil. She has a bit where she pops out a fake nutsack, so she's not trans. I was messing with you.
Yo, fucking asshole. Would you watch this?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Veronica.
What? You don't think she's hot anymore?
I still think you're hot.
Okay. All right.
But I definitely thought you were the one. I always saw a couple of the wildest films because I have a attention span, a very bad attention span. But you guys, that podcast was one of my favorites. Out of you.
Yeah. Were we talking about horoscopes? She used to be a stripper.
Did you guys talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I probably made it about 20, 30 minutes, and then I
Oh God, then yeah. I mean, that's my longest episode. I don't think you watched any. It's like 4 hours. But anyways, so you don't remember any other shows? What have you been up to these days?
Well, I've been here for 3 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
been fighting with the old man a lot.
About what?
You know, when you know somebody loves you, you know, it doesn't always say, hey, I love you, I'm going to be la-di-da. When somebody loves you, my father's not afraid to get in my face. My father is not afraid to...
When he gets close to kiss you?
No. Let me finish out to say.
Oh, okay.
He's not my father is... We have a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit. What's it called? We have a lot of
incest.
No, what's it called? A lot of problems in the
I don't know. Broken home. I don't like.
Not a broken home. We have our issues. We're always gonna have butt heads and everything else. But how I know my father loves me? He's taking me on cruises.
Yeah.
He's always.
Would you love me if I took you on cruises?
If you want to pay half.
Okay. I might do comedy on cruises.
I will love that.
Yeah, I might get into that. I'm serious.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my father was one of the few people. He pisses me off so much. But he loves me because he doesn't take my shit. When I get in my rant and my rage.
What kind of fight have you gotten with your dad?
See,
have you ever punched him in the face?
It's not that kind. It's more argument.
Okay.
But the first time.
Have you ever thrown like?
Can I finish what I have to say?
Yeah.
He has never sworn at me like he did.
He never sweared at you?
He got so frustrated at me is so upset with me. He said, "RJ, shut the fuck up." And he's never.
Well, now we know where you get it from.
He's
It
never
runs in the
said that to
family.
me. And it was like, Dad, don't ever say that to me. Don't be disrespectful. There's no excuse. And I said, we're arguing.
Oh, dude.
When we
You told
finish.
him
When we
not to be
finish.
disrespectful, but you say it all the time to me.
But I never said it to him.
Okay.
And he said, "Taylor, go away, go." Now, eventually, after this was this argument on Thursday,
Yeah.
I said to, you know what, Dad? Let her talk. Let her talk. My stepmom,
Yeah.
and since then, she's been checking up on me. We've been talking.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I have these moments that, yes, in my what's it called? In remission with my bipolar. Yes, but I still
What does remission mean in bipolar?
You remember when I told you I'd send that text to you about remission with cancer?
Yeah.
It means I'm bipolar, but I'm not having symptoms. It's
Okay. No, I never heard that before.
I didn't either, but until I read my doctor's note. That's besides the
Does
point.
that mean you're bi-curious?
Shut the fuck. I am actually.
You are bi-curious?
You got a problem with that?
No, I mean, I'd have a problem if I have a problem because I think you should be tri-curious.
How often does Pierogi check up on you?
That's Steve. He
I-
hates me, but Pierogi loves me. The fat one upstairs, because he's me as a cat.
Hmm.
You know.
So I have to ask you, you remember how I told you my mom has, her condition and everything else?
Yeah.
How did you process your mom when you?
I thought you didn't want to. You okay with talking about this?
Yeah. My mom, it's been 2 months, month and a half ago, was diagnosed with tongue cancer. Not a smoker. Enjoys wine, but that's about. It was this bad luck,
Yeah.
and I was. When you talked to me, how upset was I?
Yeah, you were upset.
Yeah.
As this how upset as long as your dick.
Yeah, exactly. But how did you deal with your mom? Process when your mom.
I didn't have a good relationship with her, so I didn't care.
You really didn't care when you.
I really didn't care.
And I still understand. What was your? What you said?
It's not that like
What was your mom? It was MMS or former MS.
she had ALS. She got diagnosed
What
with.
is the difference between that and MMS?
I don't know what MS is.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, I don't really know what that is. Like I don't know enough about it to talk about it, so I don't really know. I know it's a condition. I know it's like
What I've been told, what your mom has is the sister as MS. So it's like they lose. They can't walk very well. They
yeah.
stuff.
No,
like
my
that.
mom just had like from her head down to her like throat,
So MS is the legs.
like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't care at all. It didn't break your heart.
I mean, she she was not a good person to me. So she talked a lot of shit. I realized, you know what it is, dude? It's like
I don't mean to bring up your mom.
no, I don't care.
I'm just trying to say.
I could talk about anything. I've been fucking with you the whole podcast. You could talk to me about anything.
She's went through surgery. Pretty much when you have with her, they took the tongue out.
Yeah.
The tongue is actually very longer than you think it is. I don't know how much they took out, but pretty much they took the cancer cells out.
Yeah.
And
Here.
sorry, dude.
All good.
And they took the side of her thighs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put it
So right now, does she not have a tongue?
I don't know. I think she does. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You don't know where she's at?
She's home now, but she was in hospital almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, but so you didn't ask her or like see if she has a tongue?
I'm just don't know what to say to her.
Oh, I mean, the reason why I'm asking is because I
you
know
have to understand. I know you had a bad relationship
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your mom, but my mom and we have a Greek relationship, very vocal, love-hate kind of relationship.
that's what I was about to say. Is like, is she able to talk?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna find out
Has
soon.
she said anything to you?
Text.
But I mean, like when you saw her in person today.
I haven't seen her. She
Oh,
lives
you-
in South Carolina.
Oh fuck! I keep mixing it up. Your parents. Yeah, yeah.
So my dad and stepmom lives here.
Yeah.
And that's why I came here a week earlier. I was always supposed to be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I get it now. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, like I said, here's what I'll say, Ross. Like, my mom's situation is a completely different situation because even if I was close with her, I'm glad she died in a way of like she was suffering a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always believe in death over suffering. You know what I mean? Like if you had a pet that was like you know what, one of my best friends, this guy Mike, they had a dog that was blind, deaf, has dementia, and constantly shits himself. Like literally all day, he's crying and shaking from fear. Put a bullet in the back of his head.
No, we'll let him die naturally.
What? We'll let him die in fear and paranoia and dementia? You want him to die in the...
I wouldn't have the heart to do that though.
I'll do it for you.
She have to have the different because people have different. You know,
Yeah, people are different. Yeah.
you know how we see Republicans and Democrats. Democrats think on the left side. Republicans think it, heart or
Logic.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I get what you mean, but I mean with a dog, you wouldn't do that to a dog?
no.
You don't have to actually shoot them. You could I'm saying you take them to the vet and you put them down.
I still would have a hard time, but it has to be
But wouldn't you have a hard time watching it suffer?
Yes, what you just said, how bad it's suffering, I would take it to the vet. But
Exactly.
it has to be to that extreme,
Yeah. And so with my mom, like she was like narcissistic, had depression, probably bipolar, and she didn't want to get any mental health or help, I mean.
Well, I can
So-
also say my dad is kind of narcissist, but not as.
You know what? Every dork these days is using the word narcissist.
But
my mom was actually a narcissist. Like she always played victim. Everything had to be about her. Like you know what it would be like with her? It would be like we'd go on a vacation, and everything has to be about her. I'd be like,
No, that's not my father. But my
so then he's not a narcissist.
What real pisses me off.
He could be. You could be self-centered and not be a narcissist.
No, he just blames a lot on me. He blames like, oh, my sister's this, your sister's this. You said the way you acted is because of you. He blames so much on myself and my mother, and he should know that my behavior I cannot always help, and by yelling, getting in my face, and I keep on saying that's not gonna help.
You think he should have beat you more?
No, I think he needs to be more sympathetic.
Sympathetic.
Yes,
You can't teach that to old people.
true.
That's why you got to do eye for an eye. You got to beat
And that's
them.
why
That's why I think we should beat up the elderly.
And that's why I have to say something. I hate baby boomers. I hate that. I don't like saying the word hate, but I cannot stand baby boomers because everything about them is this. What I just said about baby.
Well, they had too much lead. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
You got to walk. Alpha male. They don't want to express their feelings. Can you express your feelings?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel really aroused right now. You
if
getting
you
angry.
feel anything like sad, crying, they
No, they can't express anything.
no, and that's what
They bury everything with alcohol.
not alcohol. They don't want to express themselves.
Yeah.
What's with me? I express myself 100%. When I get upset, I show it. When I emotional, I cry. I yell. I do all that.
What do you do when you're aroused? Shake
What do
some-
you like to know?
Yeah, I would.
So let's continue. I don't.
What other stories do you remember, Ross? Yeah. Let's talk about Ian's house. What do you
I used to call that. I said to myself, have I ever said this? I used to call that house the Misfits house.
the Misfits house?
Yes.
And what do you remember the first time I took you there?
Who was there? Who?
I don't remember. I'm asking you.
Derek. I remember Derek.
Okay, yeah, Derek.
Derek.
What did you think of Derek?
I actually did like him. I respect him.
Hmm.
I don't understand what happened with you guys.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, you know what? Like,
Did he like me?
yeah, yeah.
I
I
remember.
think I
I
think
remember he was playing with his band in a fucking basement.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we took you to the show.
Yeah,
I
and
still have that video.
and he did this to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. I just think
What is it? His disorder again?
I think he was a little bipolar, but he's also like he was an Here's what it is. Here's what it is. I was raised in a family full of shit talkers. That's all it was.
I'm a shit talker.
Yeah, but my whole family was divorced.
Robert is a shit talker.
He does. Yeah. He's actually having a little bit of problems
What
in
is
his
it,
relationship now because he runs his mouth. But that's because that's what we were raised around. Divorced women who just shit talk.
My mom is divorced.
Like it's a but listen, we had divorced moms since we were little, and all they
my
do
mom
is
is my. Have I ever told you how my mom and dad got divorced?
no.
My dad is a dentist. My stepmom's a hygienist. He cheated on my mom with my stepmom as a hygienist. We were 3 years old.
Oh wow. Well, maybe you don't have to say he cheated. Maybe he's just
was cheated.
he's a hard worker.
He was
He's a hard worker, and he gave out his cock as a bonus.
dude. I think you
Yeah.
and my dad, would get
Think me and him would get along.
because I think he was see.
He was like, "You're the hygienist, and let me see what I can put in your mouth."
To be
you know?
honest, he would love your how you say comedy.
Comedy?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Because he's an asshole.
yes.
Oh God.
But I'm an asshole. But I have a lot of traits from my father, and that's why
Was he like you got a few cavities in there, and I think the only way to cure them is
I've never
cut
had
my
a cavity.
cum.
But this is why my mom and I get butt head.
Yeah,
I'm so like my fucking father, and she fucking hates it.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about before because we keep going off on tangents.
It's okay.
What the fuck was it?
I also was talking about our relationship with mom, and I was telling you how my dad and stepmom.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I was saying that you asked me what happened with Derek.
Yeah.
It was just like, so I talked shit. So like when I was around people who did fucked up shit like coke or died from heroin, because like 4 people died, I would call them out, and they didn't like it. And I remember, I think that's what it was. I think like I was just negative and toxic and talk shit about it. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress as I'm talking shit on
Bill,
the podcast.
when you call out people who is doing those kind of drugs, it's not a bad thing.
That's what I was trying to tell him. I
It is
know,
still-
yeah.
I'm 100% that.
Bro, do you remember what happened with Adela? With okay, so let me explain something. I was friends with
Can
Adela.
you go back to before Adele? Can we talk about Ian's house because
Yeah.
actually how
So
I
you
never
just-
I did not I didn't hate going there. We didn't. It was an awkward house.
Yeah, that's what happens with mold and when you shit on the floor and stuff.
But
Like-
how much do you remember? I remember you and Ian getting in a fight though.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, because like so you know what it is? I have this theory that like alcoholics, whatever they do, like one of the first times they drink, they want to repeat that. You know, like Greg used to get naked.
You
Remember
told me
that?
about that.
Yeah.
But Greg and a bunch of other people. We went to my house, and then we went to see the Black Dairy Mother and Camel Corpse.
Oh, you guys went?
Yeah,
Oh, that's hilarious. Who do you remember? Who else went?
it was a waiter at Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Oh, okay.
I wish I remember his name because I liked him a lot. Actually, that's a surprise if I continue.
But yeah, so I forgot what the fuck I was saying.
We were talking about Ian and alcoholics.
Yeah. Oh. So I was saying, I think different, like alcoholics, whatever they do that first time, whatever it is, whether they go sing karaoke, every time they drink, they want to repeat that first time.
I heard this in
know?
a movie actually.
So like, Ian would just pick fights for no reason, and he was one of those alcoholics where he's like, all right, I get drunk, and then when I get to this point, I just want to fight somebody. and he wanted to fight me for nothing. It was literally for nothing. It was like
I remember that.
he got mad at like it was like if I said like Ritz crackers are better than saltine. It was some stupid argument. It was like, Cheetos Puffs are better than regular Cheetos. And he got in my face, and I think he punched me in the face.
No, he didn't punch you. He was like,
He was trying to, and then
no, it was like, it was. He barely fucking punched you. I remember it.
Oh God!
It was like it was.
Well, he was getting in my face, and then what? I like hit him once. It was like a one hitter quitter, right?
Kind of, yeah, but you guys both kind of punch you guys. It was hilarious because it was like love taps. It looked like love taps in a way.
It looked like love taps.
It was like he started punching you, and it was like, and then you swing. It's like okay, and you guys both walked away.
We walked away. I thought I knocked him out.
You didn't knock him out. No, it was. That's some things you have to remember. You remember a lot of things what I did right past.
Yeah.
I very much remember.
I remember knocking him out, and then you were like bitching me out the whole ride because you go, Phil, we can't ever hang out with there again. And I was like, what do you mean? We'll be there tomorrow. And you're like, you just fucking beat him up. Why would we hang out with there? I'm like, because I don't give a fuck.
I think I was just more pissed off because I like those guys.
Yeah.
So
the thing with like I think with Derek, I was like calling too many people out that he was friends with,
Mm-hmm.
And I think one time he got mad at I don't know what it was. I think one time he got mad at me because
Did you guys go to high school together?
we did, but I wasn't friends with him in high school. I didn't like really know him. We became friends when I got out of college. And it's crazy because you remember what happened to his brother?
I never knew he had a brother.
Oh, he has like 4 different brothers or something. But yeah, his so you want to know some crazy shit? This happened like 3 or 4 years ago, like during lockdown. So do you remember a bar by Des Plaines? It was a tiki bar on Rand Road.
So I was all over Des Plaines because PJ.
Yeah.
I was just saying PJ.
But there's like 2 tiki bars. There's one in Des Plaines, and then there's one in like Rosemont.
Do you remember what Cheeseburger in Paradise in that whole area?
No.
That was in the downtown area.
Yeah, that's a downtown area.
Yeah.
No, this was on Rand Road, so it was almost by Mount Prospect. So they used to go there. Derek's, what I heard is Derek's brother was like real self-conscious. Like he was like real, low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gave him acid and he started dancing on the bar. And then some girl like said, get your ugly ass off. You look gross or something. Like they rejected him somehow. So he got upset and he immediately left and he drove like 150 miles an hour and died. He hit a curb. His car flew in the air, exploded on a pole, and then it fell in the police station garage.
Let me ask you this.
Because you know how I found out?
How?
Because his brother has a different last name, and I remember watching the news, and Derek has that disease.
That's what I was asking. What, he doesn't have
sweat glands. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I saw it, and I was like, that looks like Derek. And I was like, as a joke, I was like, oh, is he related to him? And I was like, holy fuck, it's his brother. He was on the news. And then I went to his funeral, and I told Derek, I was like, yo, dude, I quit talking shit. I've been shit talking sober for 5 years, which is a lie. I still talk shit.
What did he say?
Nothing. He was like thankful that I came, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like,
so what you just said?
Some people hold grudges, I guess. I don't know what to,
like who?
Like
the
who?
The blind dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like
What was his name again?
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's going on with Bill? You seen Bill?
I ran into Bill like 2 years ago. Yeah.
I think you told me about this.
Yeah, and he said like, yeah, just hit me up whenever, and he never answers his phone. So, I don't care. I just flow with the wave of life. That's the only way to be happy.
With me when we had our fun, I just needed some space. Let me do my thing. I think it was always Ellen and we're gonna be friends. But after a while, you gotta say somebody. You see somebody.
Yeah.
And they don't hit you back.
Yeah, forget it.
Let it go. It's like Whitney.
I talked to Brittany.
That fat ass.
She's
Ooh,
she's skinnier than Gavin now. So
she's skinnier than me.
yeah.
So
She
what do
is.
you? Let me ask you this: well, a lot of these people who saw me when I was younger, and they see me now. Would they have a little different opinion?
Probably. I mean, let me put it. You know what it's like. It's fucking 10 years older. If
Mm-hmm.
you still have a problem with me, you're a child.
Yeah.
Like you have to grow. You know, because there's a lot of people. Like I just did a festival in North Carolina, and there was a guy that I
You
went.
told me you could have easily drive to South Carolina. Why didn't you?
Because I didn't have a car.
How'd you get to North Carolina then?
I flew.
Oh, okay. Continue.
So I had a friend there that I had in college that we were both assholes to each other, but we just you forget about it. You move on, you know. But see, that's the thing is like anybody from that group of like Ian and Derek and
I
Zach,
would love to see all of them.
I would love to see all of them too. But I think a lot of them are like alcoholics, and
Okay, Phil.
and alcohol kind of freezes you in time.
What do you define you of alcoholic?
Somebody who can't stop drinking.
From
If you told me to quit smoking cigars, I could quit it today.
from day to until they go to bed, right? Every single day.
I would say just every single day to me is an alcoholic.
So I took 3 or 4 days off from drinking.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I, that's what I'm saying. It's like
So
there's
you're-
the degree. My thing is, I do not. Eventually, I'm going to quit drinking. It's not because I have a problem. I'm just getting sick of it. But the thing is,
Yeah, it gets old.
I'm also when I get stressed out. That's the thing. I don't know what I was to cope with.
You never tried crystal meth?
I'm not going to do drugs.
No.
No,
Alcohol is a drug.
it is. But besides the point.
Besides the point. So who do you remember from Ian's? Let's see how many people you remember.
Forrest.
Forrest, Ian, Derek,
Who was that drummer? He was black.
Glenn.
Glenn, yes.
He was black, you whispered?
I didn't want to say it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, Glenn, yeah.
Yeah. Samantha?
Samantha, yeah.
That's about it. Who else am I missing?
Brittany, Vicky.
Vicky. Oh, how is Vicky? Last
Um,
time you told me she has yellow skin.
Yeah, she was pretty
That's
fucked up.
That's a liver cirrhosis. How you say it? Liver?
Cirrhosis?
Yes.
Yeah. She got like Hep C or something from sharing needles, train hopping.
It breaks my heart.
But you know what's crazy? She got her shit together and she had a kid with. Do you remember Chris Eastwood?
Is that Grace's brother?
No. That's do you remember that there was that metalcore band from Des Plaines, Burn the Remains?
That sounds familiar. We saw them with Dracula.
Yeah, Dr. Acula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grace's
The singer of that band is the father of Vicky's baby.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That was a
So-
good show too. Do you remember that show at all?
Yeah. It was a good show.
And I still
It was good
listen.
times.
How you say Dacia?
Dr. Acula.
I still listen to them.
You still do? Oh man, I haven't. I'm glad you reminded me. I forgot about him.
When
But dude, I would love to like have a reunion with all those
you
guys.
know what I will love? Sorry. You know what I will love?
What?
I would been say this for years. You, PJ, and if we can find a rhythm and a drummer, I will love it.
To have a band,
Yes, not a band. Just make music.
make music.
Yeah, it's like I can I know how to do the deathcore. I know how to do the black metal.
What is that?
Can you pause it?
Yeah,
I want to.
yeah. You can just talk. I'll just cut it out.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
It's all good.
What's going on? I'll look at it later. I'm being serious. I've always wanted to make.
But you were describing Ian's house. How would you describe Ian's house? So you remember all those people. What do you remember about Forrest?
I remember he was saying he was a keyboardist.
Yeah. You know Zach has like 2 kids now?
That little hippie?
Yeah.
I forgot about him. He worked for I didn't mean to call him a hippie. That's the way I remember him.
He works for what?
He worked for Jewel, right?
I don't think so.
And we went to Teenager Battle Rocket together.
With Zach?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he had an ex because he was underage.
Yeah.
Somebody gave him a beer when he was drinking. He got caught,
Yeah.
and they almost kicked him out. And he did this to me,
Yeah.
and then he came back.
What do you mean he did that to you?
He's like, he's like, okay, because he was getting kicked out. And somehow he came back to the show.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
What do you think about the memory? How you remember like patches and things? Is it because it's not important or other factors,
I think I don't remember it because
or in general?
you know my theory is like with nostalgia, a lot of
Because the more we're talking, the more I remember. You know.
yeah, I think it's like people forget about that shit because their life is happy right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like people who are nostalgic, they remember that shit because they didn't have any responsibility.
I didn't.
You know.
I still don't have any responsibility. Almost 40.
Yeah.
And that's the most, awesome fuck thing.
So
Can I
let's
finish?
Yeah.
The most awesome fuck thing about me is I have zero responsibility. It's good and bad.
So let me ask you, what do you remember from Ian's house?
This is how destroyed it was.
How destroyed? Nothing. No particular night. You don't remember?
I remember a lot of bonfires.
A lot of bonfires.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do you remember over there?
I think you want to remind me.
No, I don't know. I don't. I'm saying if
A
there's
lot of
anything-
drinking.
A lot of drinking. Yeah.
I remember Derek coming up. It was like a medium-sized booze, and he was chugging it. Was I was always beer. I'm always sometimes I was drinking. I drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
I was never good. But I remember Derek just came over and he was like, I can't remember what he did as a living. He was a butcher
At Jewel.
yeah,
He
and
still
he
is.
was like, yeah, I need a drink. And it's like he offered to drive me home and say, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't, and because he's been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I think is like. You know what I think pissed him off. I remember to this day, because I didn't drink a lot. Remember, because I was like afraid of getting a seizure.
Because that's the most. I should not be drinking right now. 'Cause
Yeah, but I'm saying during those Ian days, I didn't drink.
you didn't
know?
drink. I barely. I still don't
So-
drink. You see you drink.
So I remember I was hanging out with Derek one day, and it was like noon on a Saturday. It was in the summer, and we're chilling in his car, and he's just like, we're just sitting there, and I'm like, yo, dude, you okay? And he goes, Phil, do you think I have a drinking problem? And you know what's funny? Like I don't know what you call it. Like rhetorical advice is what I call it. You know what that means?
Yes, I do.
Where it's not really. He's not asking you. He's looking for validation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he was asking me, he's like, do you think I have a drinking problem? And I was like, I don't drink, so I wouldn't know. Like
That was the wrong thing.
and yeah, right? Because we're blunt. It's a
Yeah.
Gemini thing. We're just say what the fuck is on our mind.
Do I
you
have
know?
a drinking problem?
I think you do. Yeah.
Why?
Because every time I see you, you're drinking.
So if I said I went 5 a week without drinking,
Okay, I wouldn't say you have a drinking problem. You drink excessively, but you're able to manage it. So maybe that's not a problem because
No.
it doesn't affect you. You still have a job, you know, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not even that.
what did
I'm not judging you.
I know
and
you-
I wasn't judging Derek because
when we say for somebody has a drinking problem,
yeah.
awake until they go to bed, it affects the job and the relationship.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Affects their job, affects their loved ones, you know?
Yes.
And like So with Derek, I'm like, he's like, do you think I have a problem? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't drink. Like, how much did you drink? And it was noon. And he's like, oh, I mean, I had like 8 beers. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yes.
Yeah. I said, yeah, because I didn't, up until that point in my life, I didn't know anybody who drank 8 beers by noon. And I think he held that against me.
Oh, well, this is to say,
But it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. See how slow I'm drinking too?
the thing that's sad is we're all older now. Why couldn't everybody just reunite?
That's what I want. That's what I want. Let's have a Ian we
Reunion.
Yes.
Where would you have it?
What? Oh, is that motherfucker still alive? That's what it's called. That is Ian still alive?
Yes. He looks at my Instagram once in a while. I see you, motherfucker. He does. He looks at my stories.
And I meant that as a compliment. That's the way I talk.
But yeah, no, he's still alive. Zach Carner's still alive. Forrest is alive.
I would love that.
The Carner brothers.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Derek is. I saw him at that funeral.
Why can't this happen? Why?
Put it together. You put it together.
I don't have. I need you. I can't just do things because.
What do you want? What do you want me to do?
I want. I want everybody to know that how much I've been having a hard time with cancer, arthritis, with 2 surgery, maybe even another surgery. I just want everybody to get together to enjoy my 40th birthday. If you can't,
And vote for Trump. Right.
absolutely not. But that's besides the point. If you can't go to the vacation place, let's get as many people together and have a kick-ass party
Yeah.
for my 40th birthday. What do you think?
For your 40th birthday?
Yes,
Sure. You're gonna invite the Murder Shack?
that's
You-
that's a lot of people, but TC
Not TC?
no.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm gonna tell you. You know what happened to Adela? One time.
What?
Oh, this is another thing that I think like people that Derek held against me. So, for people who don't know, Adela was one of my best friends for like a long time. I hung out with her all the time. We never messed around.
You went to the Acid. What was that festival in Austin?
Austin Psych Fest, yeah.
Yes.
And then we went to the Addict. We saw that show as well.
I missed that one. I kind of regret it.
But so I was friends with her for a long time, and I never messed around with her. And then I remember, like, she was saying that she's messing around with TC, and I was like, I don't think you want to do that, because like he was always like dirty when I saw him. He was always coked out. I'm like, you're gonna fucking catch something. And immediately when I said that, I think Kathleen banged him too, like as like a revenge ex thing.
Let me ask you this, and when we stop, Catherine never said shit about me or have anything.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
But I mean, like, so what happened is I was like, I'm looking out for you. I don't fucking care who you bang. Adela banged like 20 guys like while I was her friend, So I was like, I'm just telling you, that guy, you're gonna catch something. And then one day, I'm at the Murder Shack, and she calls me and she goes, she's like crying and bawling her eyes out, like sobbing. And I'm like, what's the problem? And she goes, I think I have herpes and I need someone to take me to the hospital. And
She called you?
yeah, she called me and I screamed at her. I said, fuck you. Go slug your fucking puss all the way to that hospital, because she didn't listen. I was like, 'cause you know what I mean? It's like a sister or a daughter. You know what
Talking
I mean?
to me.
Yeah. And so she got all, and then Derek heard me. He's like, you're a fucking asshole. I'm going to help her out. I was just like pissed off. She's like, oh, it looks like Resident Evil down there. And like, that's what she fucking said.
She can't. That's so. I don't understand the reference. She said her vag looks dead.
Yeah. It was oozing and shit. Because what happened is she I think she got like, I forgot if it was chlamydia or something, but she was too embarrassed to she was in denial. So she didn't want to tell anybody. So she was like walking around with a fucking zombie puss for like 3 weeks until she's like, this thing's going to fucking, it's Resident Evil. It's going to bite somebody. So then she finally went. And then I kind of had a falling out with her because I was like, why didn't you fucking listen? You know, like,
Phil,
you know what pissed me off? It pissed me off that what happened is every dude wanted to bang her. So she looked at it like, I'm telling her not to do this because I want to bang her. And I'm just like, I'm just your friend. I'm looking out for you. And now look at what happened.
to be honest with you, I was never shocked though. But I kind of knew what you just said.
Yeah.
She was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what
I am talking so much shit about people. We got to wrap this up.
we want to stop it.
Yeah. We're talking way too much shit.
Continue. I'm enjoying this.
Too much shit. What is your type of girl? With a cock?
We talked about this earlier.
Let's talk about it now. What type of you said every type of girl. So, how old are you now?
39.
39. Are you going to be a 40-year-old virgin?
Probably.
Why? You're accepting it? I wanted to get you a hooker for the podcast, and you can bang her on the podcast.
I'm still here. Let's get it.
I'll have to make some calls. Like, so you don't mind what kind of hooker? Even what if she's missing teeth?
Absolutely not.
So you don't like every type of girl. What do you like? I'm going to let the board of progressive Democrats know that you're against women with missing teeth.
Go ahead.
How dare you, Ross? What's wrong with missing teeth?
Fuck you, Phil.
I want to ask, what's wrong with missing teeth?
I'll fade.
You don't want it. You don't want it to like whistle a little bit when she's blowing you, like the wind.
Okay, I'm fucking superficial. Is that what you want to know?
Superficial.
Yes.
I don't even. What does that mean? Like you're materialistic or? So what is she? What's your type of girl? She has to
I
have
told
teeth.
you earlier.
She has to have teeth.
A ton of ed girls.
Alternative.
Yes.
But what if they're missing teeth?
No.
So she's got to have teeth. Alternate. What if she's missing an arm?
Nope.
No amputees.
Nope.
Oh God. But you said. What if she's like 70 or 80? No.
55 to 21.
55 to 21. Any race preference? No race preference. What if it's a Nazi?
Come on, Phil.
What?
Yes.
Yes?
No fucking Nazis.
No. What if? Let me think. I can't think, dude. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is going nowhere. This is getting stupid.
I'm enjoying it.